Hello, everybody. Where's my face? Where's my face, damn it? There it is. It always takes a little while. 2 seconds into the stream, you're throwing tomatoes at Pearl. Welcome, everybody. I didn't even explain what I'm drawing yet. You're already throwing tomatoes at her. Rude. I'm ending the stream now. I'm turning this whole stream around. So, I'm working on something a little different today, because somebody sent me an ask, about how, you know, if Steven Universe ever returned, like, what would I want to see? And I've always said I have this idea for a second movie where the gems are, like, trying to solve some crisis without letting Steven know about it. But he keeps calling in at the most inopportune times to tell him about the latest tourist trap he's at. So you see, I've got him with, like, a cheese hat on here, and Connie's in the background suffering. And Steven's just like, Pearl, I found another world's biggest ball of twine! Isn't it cool that there's two? And there's, like, explosions happening in the background, and Pearl's like, oh, that's nice, Steven! I gotta go! That's what I want the next movie to be. That's my idea. Sugar, if you're listening, I know you're streaming right now too, but Sugar, if you're listening... Actually, no, just right before I came on stream, I was in Nugatory Sheep's server, who writes the Walk the Line AU, which is a Steven Multiverse AU, if that's your thing. And he was saying, apparently on her live stream signing poster, she mentioned she had read Walk the Line, and I ordered one of those posters off stream, so I swear to God, if she writes a note or something saying she's read Switcheroo, I might die. I might just die. So if you never hear from me again, that's what happened. No, I didn't get... No, she's signing them today, Jaden. She's signing them today. At least she's signing the on-stream ones today, so it'll probably be a little while until I get mine. But that's okay. I'll have to make sure I get a frame for it so I can hang it up next to my Lackadaisy poster. Because I have that too, of course. I have the signed cast poster for Lackadaisy, because I supported it. So... Oh. But yes, that's my ideal next movie. Steven's just out of the story, except for, like, calling in to show everybody the stupid tourist traps he's falling for across the country, because it seems like a very Steven thing to me. He'd be like, wow, a real flea circus! You know? He would absolutely. You gotta write an AU for a game? That's cool. I do have a few other asks today, though, that we should probably talk about. Let me bring up the Distractotron, which I really need to make, like, a nice fancy header for, but I haven't yet. So... Oh, here's a person posting bait, trying to get me to yell about Lily. We'll get into Lily in a second, though I have to pay my toll now. I have to put a penny in the Lily jar. There we go. So, also, if any of you want to post stickers, there's your stickers with the prices. Spinell's is always free, though. There's always one free one when I do these things. Where is my blog? So, and then there's Assy again. Aspiration at work, who I call Asperspiration, who has been stalking me for like 2 years now. Or, no, a year. Okay, not 2 years. A year. Has been stalking me for a year now for refusing to write image descriptions in my posts. So I was taking an old clip from Twitch of me talking about that. I probably will clean it up and post it separately. You get control over Steven Universe, you can do is replace the male main character with a woman. Hey, listen. You get plenty of Steven in the original show, and lots of other AUs. I want to write about the lesbian aliens, okay? No, it's definitely been a year, because Aspiration at Work started in on me on my Peach and Daisy comic, which I drew, like, right after seeing the Mario movie, so that would have been, like, a year ago. I remember because I was in New York in April and saw the Mario movie with, like, Cougar and Skrill and... and Sketch Matters, so... we were all meeting up in New York City for a few days. I would like, if a series, I'd like either a series about Little Homeworld, or I would even take, like, a Lars of the Stars spin-off, as much as I hate Lars. If it's like, going around to different former colonies, seeing how they're, like, developing their own cultures and governments and things, that would be That would be interesting. But yeah, so this person cannot leave me alone because there's a cult of people on Tumblr who seem to think every single piece of art ever needs to have a content ID so blind people can know what the picture is of, which makes no sense because the statistical probability that this is a needed service is very low. But instead of providing this service themselves, they want to force artists to do it, and this person, like... I don't know. They won't take no for an answer. I don't think it's even about... I don't think it's even about accessibility. It's just about controlling other people, you know? Yeah, I did meet... Well, that's the one time I was able to meet Cougar in person, but Cougar and I don't live that far away from each other. He lives a couple of states over. I'm not gonna say exactly where, because there's weird people out there. But Cougar lives a couple of states over from me, so yeah, we were able to meet in New York City. So... An AI image description for Lily Orchard's videos. Though, yeah, speaking of Lily Orchard, well, here's somebody thanking me for bashing Lily. More Lily posting. Fucking assy again. I have blocked and reported every single anon Assy has sent me, so Assy must just be making burner accounts to continue to send me these messages. So I'm just gonna keep blocking and reporting them because fuck you, Assy. You're like the one person I've ever blocked because you're so obnoxious. But yeah, so, today we noticed, Lily Orchard's Tumblr account is gone. It's deactivated. So I win. That's what I'm saying! Oh, was that you? Well, good thing you sent me a nonsense since I have a tendency to show them on fucking screen. But, you know, I didn't even, like, do much. Like, so, I basically, 2 times, I think. Only 2 times. No, 3 times. This is actually a quote from the Lily Orchard Gossip blog, though, I think. Yeah, I replied to this one directly. So only 2 times I took screenshots of Lily's posts about Steven Universe and about me, and made a post about them, and, like, ratioed the fuck out of her both times. I'm not saying this directly led to Lily, deactivating her account, but it's funny that it happened, like, directly after I did this. So, yeah. And yeah, we're talking about Cougar McDowell. He's a voice actor on the internets who I work for. Actually, let's just go to his channel real quick, actually. Some of you, shield your eyes. There might be too much sus for you. So yeah, he's a voice actor. I do thumbnail art for him. A lot of these are other people, though. Where's the last one I did? This one I did. I did that one. So, and sometimes I edit for him, and sometimes what I do is I will just be, like, the backup assistant for other artists on the team. So, like, if someone's like, oh, I need this done quicker, Sai, can you just ink this for me? Sai, can you color this for me? Etc., etc. So I'll do stuff like that, too. So, that's just kind of how we operate. So, it's cool. And he pays me, so, you know. I mean, Lily... No, I didn't block Toppy. I didn't block Toppy. I only blocked Assy because Assy kept, like, spamming my comment section and spamming people saying, Sai is ableist, she won't write image descriptions. Did you know she won't write image descriptions? She's ableist. Like, they just wouldn't fucking stop. You know? Like, blocking them was the only thing I could do. I don't usually block people. Like, I will only block people if it's, like... if there's absolutely nothing else I can do about them, you know? And if they're being, like, super fucking obnoxious. Cougar's a cool dude. He's weird. Of course he's weird. Most of us on the internet are weird. He's a weird guy. He's cool, though. I was getting in arguments with people, though, a while ago. we will have that video eventually. Sai versus the Twitter Puritans, as I call them. They insist that Cougar's problematic because there's boobies on his thumbnails and children might see them because children like things like Poppy's Playtime and Has Been Hotel, I guess. So it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing as you have to make all of your art accessible because I said so. It's you have to self-censor because children might see a thing. But it's not like they're not actually concerned about children. They just want someone to have to obey them. I'm gonna put Steven and Connie in their new poster outfits, by the way, because I'm clever.
Owen sent a super chat. I love Slayers too.
Hey.
Manga is my favorite.
When did I talk about Slayers? I know I did at some point. I haven't seen the movies as much, Owen. I've mostly seen the television series. You know, the original, and then Next, and then Try. So I haven't really seen all the movies, but the Slayers is great. The Slayers is like, fantasy comedy, basically. It's kind of like a D&D send-up meets Discworld meets, you know? It's pretty, and it's anime. It's pretty good shit. It's pretty good shit. So, it's very funny. Dude, we actually restricted media like that, it would loop around to suddenly gay people are somehow sexual, not for kids. I mean, basically, yeah. So, like, these people, like, I pointed out to them, too, like, fucking, Poppy's Playtime is rated T. That's 13 and up. So, it's not even like, little kids might, ugh. Oh, Amori's cool, Jaden. I didn't play it because it's not my type of game. But I did, like, watch a very thorough explanation of the story that told the story in order. It didn't, like, spoil it ahead of time or anything. So I found out things when you find them out in the game. It was a very good video. I wish I could remember who fucking did it. Oh, the new Digital Circus is this Friday? Really? I didn't know it had a date. Awesome. Yeah, you think I would know these fucking things. How do you feel about getting older? What's that experience been like for you? How old are you? I'm 36. I'm pretty young. You're a child. That pisses me off. Now, I'm not old enough to think 36 is a child. 26 is. Slayers is good. For everyone asking, it's a 90s anime. I would recommend the subbed version just for that reason. Megumi Hachihabara is the main character. She's very funny. Slayers is mostly, like I said, it's kind of like one of those anime that's like a D&D send-up, kind of like Dungeon Meshi or Dragon Half or something like that. So it's definitely focused a little bit more on the comedy than the world building. But it does have some pretty good world building. But yeah, the Slayers is basically like someone's D&D game was adapted into a silly anime. Except at the end of every season, they get serious to fight the main bad guy of the season. But for the most part, it's a comedy. Oh yeah, because Sunny is the flower boy, right? And Omori. Haha! Somebody else remembers Dragon Half! Do you know that they finally translated the manga? Because all we had for, like, years was, like, a 3-episode OVA. They actually translated the manga finally. The manga is hysterical. It can get very sussy and fan-servicey, but the manga is absolutely fucking hilarious. It's so funny. It's so funny. Well, that's the thing, Deadbeat Girl. The whole argument these kids have is kids will access normal YouTube. And when I say their parents should be supervising their children's activity online, they go, well, you're just trying to shift the blame to the parents. And it's like, yeah? Oh, Basil's the flower boy. I'm sorry. I don't really remember the characters' names. I remember the overall story. That's what I picked up on. I guess I just figured Sunny, flowers. I made that connection in my head. Favorite boomer OVA is Samurai X. Oh, I've heard of it. I've maybe even seen it. Do you have an opinion on power scaling? I think power scaling is just writing yourself into a corner, mostly. Like, I think it's a mistake to always have every conflict be bigger and badder than the last conflict. You can do different kinds of conflict, you know what I mean? I need to... God damn it, I need to find my reference for the cheese hat angle again. He has to be wearing a cheese hat! It's my vision! I gotta draw the first panel still, too. I'm gonna have them fighting something off screen somewhere. Yeah, Dragon Half is late 80s, for sure. It might have run into the 90s, the manga at least. The thing about Dragon Half is, too, like, the old dub for it is actually really funny. Like, it is actually really good. Actually, let me find my favorite joke from, Dragon Half. There's a picture of it, anyway. Good. That's all I need to do. So there's a scene where the king's wizard advisor enters the room in, like, in a cloud of smoke in a mysterious way, and then the camera turns around and you can see he just has a bucket of dry ice behind him. This is the kind of humor I'm talking about. It's so good. Oh god. Oh no, you got Steven! You obviously were throwing that at the evil king, right? I assume. The manga for Dragon Half was in 1988? Yeah, that sounds about right. So it did kind of go into the early 90s. Well, I assume you're saying his suffering similar to Anthy's in that he just kind of feels he has to suffer and it just goes on and on over and over. The manga's definitely worth it. The manga is worth it. Like I said, I had actually read the entire manga in fan translations before they published it, and it's hard to describe. It just has so many really funny gags in it, and a lot of them use the power of being a comic, because there's like this one guy who like talks really slow, so it's just like you see like 3 identical panels of him in a row before he like starts talking again, and it's so funny for some reason. Again, it's really hard to describe, but the jokes are just so good. I was a little too old for Ben 10 when it came out. My call now. Yeah, I was a little too old for Ben 10. I don't know, people just keep throwing tomatoes at the screen because I let them. Tomatoes are always free. There's just a big trough of them off to the side on Twitch. You can just throw them at me. The things I do to entertain you people. Now, where is a good angle of a cheese hat that I could use as reference here? Okay, I think that's one. Has to be a cheese hat. Steven is lucky he didn't go through his own Steven war with his AU variants coming to kick his ass. Well, you don't know, I don't know. If you go read Walk the Line, there's as many Stevens as there is Sanses at this point, I think. Nugget's gonna kill me if he hears this later. I don't know if there's like a picture of all of them. You can go see the Tapas though. I want to see the cover art up close. Damn it, Tapas! How dare you? Anyway, so yeah, if you want the Sans AU version of Steven, go read Walk the Line. You got fucking Miguel O'Hara as Steven over here, keeping track of all the timelines. It's good. I have to admit I don't understand the lore of this one as well as some other AUs, because, you know, I'm always way more into the gems than the humans, but I'm buddies with the author, and I'm in his server. I'm like the only AU artist in the server who isn't a Steven AU artist. I'm just there to hang out. It's fun though. And Nugget's art is so fucking good. Let me find a page. So, yeah. Here we go. Here's a good example. So this is Prime Steven and Connie, and this is Druid, who's an alternate universe Steven, where the world kind of ended due to, like, a mysterious illness that corrupted everyone. So, you can see, like, he has his old jacket as a hair tie. I fucking love that design so much. It's good shit. Go read it. If you're a Steven fan, go read it. Oh, I've seen Excel Saga. Oh, it's your birthday month? Congratulations. Yeah, I'll probably, I'm aiming to start the Utena streams on the 13th, I think. I was gonna do it next week, but I got called into work. So I have to go cover, because I want to do it 3 days in a row, I think. Just fuck it. We'll go the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th, starting at 11 a.m. my time, and we'll just stream as long as it takes to do, like, 13 fucking episodes. It sounds good to me. Sound good to everybody else? And then I'll be refreshed on the show, and I can talk about Lily's fucking anime ranking video. And hopefully I'll have some of my other videos edited down by then for you guys. I'm not entirely sure why Druid is so tall. You can always go join the Walk the Line server and ask Nugget. He likes talking about his AU. Who doesn't? Thank you, Krim. Imagine drawing a frame this sinister looking. What are we gonna do with Lily Orchard off Tumblr now, guys? She's off Tumblr. She got banned from Twitter. What? We're just supposed to go to her community posts now? Actually, let's look at her community posts. Let's see if there's any updates. Why'd you nuke your Tumblr? I'm gonna be very, nosy. Oh god, there's some Chris Chan news I have to save to my watch later. Hang on. Oh. God, you're really bad at this, Lily. 2 weeks ago for a community post? A month ago? You hardly ever, like, keep your fans updated on shit. Except, like, oh, just go join my Patreon to see a preview of my next shitty video. You're a bad YouTube hacker. I mean, I've only been at this for 4 months, Lily, and I'm already better at it than you. Yeah, I think it was Smokey had a Chris update. Was it Smokey? It was Smokey. So, Smokey McCrack. I usually listen to Smokey or Gibby when it comes to Chris. You know, I just keep tabs on Chris. It's what you do if you've been on the internet for a long time, okay? Yeah, I have no idea how Lily has fans. She's so rude to them. No, it like, drawing with green, it happened, like, just this morning. Lily's Tumblr's gone. She deactivated. Let me see if the gossip blog is talking about it. I think the gossip blog is retiring again anyway. Good timing. Someone was talking about it. Let me just search Tumblr, I guess, because everything but Lily's blog would come up anyway. Well, Robo Buddies, or Red Buddy, I guess they're called now, put up a video about how Lily Orchard's original Steven Universe's garbage video, like, ripped off hers. And then there's me, of course, because, I know how to use fucking tags properly. I guess Michaela still has a Tumblr. Maybe she said something about, no, that is just chess aesthetics, I guess. Pottery, Pokemon Go. Okay, so Michaela's still having a normal one, I guess. But I swore somebody was talking about it recently, but I can't. Oh wait, can I get latest? Here we go. If you click on Lily's on Tumblr, it does say deactivated. Did she nuke her entire Tumblr? I did get her to show more of her ass. That's the funny part. Oh, it seems like people... Here we go. This is what I was looking for. People are Oh, this is Courtney. I didn't notice. I always look at images before I look at text. I didn't notice this was Courtney. Why am I on my sus face right now? Oh, somebody put it over me. That's why. Don't confuse me like that. I was like, oh no, why am I on my sus face? So... Yeah, so I guess Lily had a porn side blog that's also missing now that she deactivated, which is really funny. Actually, let's just go to Courtney's blog. Courtney seems pretty cool, I have to say. We don't want to read the trauma, though. We want to read the funny. No, yeah, Lily, right. Courtney was trying to figure it out earlier, it looks like. I wonder if the fan art blog is still there, because, like, was that also a side blog? We're investigating, kids. We're investigating. Oh, a Christian video by Dubis Goobish. I think I should watch that. So yeah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, for those of you who missed it, might have missed it before, let's go back to my blog real quick. It was the gossip blog I was responding to. Yeah, so Lily was so in, like, the sus face is done with love, dear Sai. Thank you, Kikaro-sai. I appreciate it. Me pointing out that Lily making sure that Sage and S. Anna were living under the same roof for a year as invited in by S. Anna's mother to become a second child before they fuck. Me just pointing that out just, like, broke something in Lily's head, I think. Because this was the funny shit. Lily was literally like, no, you stupid dumb cunt. My incest fiction is over here. It's not this one, it's these three. This is the incest, you moron. You know? And it's like, you're not making yourself look any better, dude. I barely, like, of all the things I've said, of all the things I've fucking said about Lily and Lily's opinions, this was the one that got so under her skin that she admitted to writing incest and then nuked her Tumblr. like I barely did anything and you just self-destructed. It's so funny. Oh, God. And I had a message. It was Cougar reminding everyone to fill out their worksheets because it's the first today and not the not the 31st. I actually didn't expect today to be the first. I'm so fucking bad at remembering what months have what number of days. Did she? No, friendly ocean mower. Did Lily say that Attack on Titan was incest because Eren and Mikasa lived together as siblings for a while? Did she say that? Oh my god. That would be amazing if she did. Oh god. Imagine snitching on yourself so sinisterly. This is the best day. Oh yeah, the last stream I had touched on Lily and Essence of Thought again. I took that down for now because I usually take down the weekly streams, but I'm gonna go back and, like, cut it down to just that segment and probably put it back up with a new thumbnail just so you guys have it, you know. I did that before with, like, me reacting to Lily's what's it call it? What the fuck was I gonna say? I completely lost my train of thought sitting here doing nothing. Where's my cheese hat? There we go. I need my cheese hat reference. It's very important. Look how much cheese hat reference I have, so I can draw it perfectly like the serious artist I am. No, see, Lily is now saying, I write about love and straight people just think kids are gonna fuck. It's straight people that are wrong. Two sisters can definitely, like, cuddle each other and be jealous over each other's spouses and dates. That's completely normal. And not some anime bullshit. Dairy World. Is that what Wisconsin is called in Steven Universe? What would Wisconsin be called? All the states do seem to have different names. I love all the little background details. Like, the ocean level is higher. There's only 37 states. Providence, Rhode Island is apparently an island, so is Florida. So, those little background details in Steven Universe. They don't really mean anything. They're just there for fun, but it's funny as shit. Thank you for the sticker. You gave me a pearl point. We do it with Pearl over here. Cannon Pearl, too, who I haven't drawn in a while. Tried to hide her spear behind her back like a moron. Yeah, no, Jersey also exists. Remember, they fly over Jersey, and Steven calls it that, and then somebody throws a shoe at Lapis. So Empire City is definitely New York, though. So, but then Jersey also still exists. Probably the wastelands around Empire City is Jersey, just like real life. Oh, no, Kaiser, I think you told me about that last time, and then I forgot to look it up. I need to catch up on what Hasan is doing. Actually, maybe we could do a little bit of video stuff today. Let's see. Actually, yeah, just link me the video, Kaiser, and I'll watch it on stream. Did you put a pearl point over Pearl's face? She said incest is always abuse unless it's two consenting adults, and then they need to have a long discussion with each other. Okay, there. I'm hearing the Alabama banjos there, Lily. I'm slowly going into my Damien voice. Speaking of which, there is a new short about Damien up today. This music is probably a little too intense for talking about that. God, I can slip into that Damien voice so easily now. It's scary. Damien has just become part of my overall soul and personality. What didn't Hasan do? Everyone's got their wani emotes in the chat there. Excellent, Kaiser. Hang on, let's see this. We have to take a look at this. I will watch anything of Hasan eating shit. God, it's loading really fucking slow. Okay, hang on a sec. Leftist Hasan Piker just melted down on live television, reportedly thrown out of this. Oh, we don't get to see him get dragged away by security. I'm very disappointed. Let's just open Distractovision for this. So let me readjust it a little bit so it doesn't cut off too much. Here we go.
Listen to what I'm saying, and you will understand, perhaps, what I'm trying to imply here.
That's very patronizing.
Utilizing the hostages. Yeah, I am being patronizing. I don't know who the fuck you are, and you're over here chirping all the way from fuck.
He really thinks he can act like this in a professional news program? You're not on stream, bro. You don't even know who Hasan is? Good.
Fucking London about Palestine and doing a both sides are fucking fine type bullshit where you're talking about how you want to fucking free Palestine, but also simultaneously, you know, both sides got a lot going on. Shut the fuck up. You don't know anything, okay? Listen to
Look
what
how
I'm saying,
stunned they all
and
are.
you'll understand, perhaps, what I'm trying to imply
very patronizing.
Here. Utilizing the hostages. Yeah, I am being patronizing. I don't know who the fuck you
Oh,
are.
is that? Oh, it's repeating itself. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. You can see just how unequipped Hasan is to have a real political discussion when he's put in front of, like, actual pundits. You guys really don't know who Hasan is, huh? Hasan is, like, a really big Twitch streamer, and he's like a socialist bro, ostensibly. I don't think he actually believes anything he says. I think he just says whatever is gonna make him popular. Because before all this, he was doing red pill, pickup artist, MRA bullshit. So this is his newest grift, is leftist bullshit. So, like, yeah, but he all he does is sit on stream, giving terrible political opinions and watching other people's art, and he bought like $1 million mansion with the proceeds from that, and he still talks about socialism and the proletariat rising up. It's like, fuck you, buddy. Just fuck off. And he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth in Turkey. He's always been rich. He's always been a fucking rich boy. He's a champagne socialist to a T. And then somebody asked me a little bit ago if I'm from Texas because my Damien is on point. Actually, like, no. I am born and raised on the East Coast. I have no idea why I can do a Southern accent so well. So can my brother, and he's an actor. You know? I have no idea why we can do Southern accents so well. Also, damn it, I forgot to put up my music now playing view. I always forget something. Go listen to ill-advised records. Anyway, I don't really have any tips, Jade, and sorry, because I'm really just not that versed in Omori. I just, you know, like I said, I watched one video on it that was pretty informative, but... I'm trying to keep up with both chats now. He is male Illuminati. I don't know, Callard. I don't know if he actually believes any of the shit he's saying. He's just... Because maybe he thinks he does, but he's just, like, repeating talking points he's heard other people say without really understanding them. That's the usual woke scold type thing. I guess maybe the cheese hat should go beyond his floofy-ass fucking hair here. Yeah. Yeah, it's all coming together now. I'm also working on another Wani short, because during our play of ending 1, which is the worst ending, Inko took Olivia to an awful date at the mall to go see a fucking YouTube influencer, and chat just kept calling out various random YouTubers, and it was very funny. So I'm making like a montage of all that, and I'm like animating the sprites and everything. I'm getting very, very involved. What part of the East Coast? What part of the East Coast do you think I'm from, talking like this? I'm from Rhode Island, which is near New York, in Boston. So, yeah. I believe everything I'm saying. I just don't always pay attention to what I'm saying. And I'm always surprised other people are actually listening to what the fuck I say. I'm still surprised you're all here. I was like, wow, people actually want to listen to me. Yeah, that was basically my Mia voice, wasn't it? I mean, my own accent comes out pretty hard sometimes. But if I just tune it up a little bit and get a little nasally, then you have Mia. Yeah, it was my Mia voice is also my Rosie voice, incidentally. Which is also just me upping my own accent and going all nasally like the nanny, like Fran Drescher. Aw, thank you. I'm glad to be told that I'm funny. But I can spurg about something, boy, can't I? Oh, thank you. Glad you like my voice. I think my voice is a little weird, but everyone else seems to like it. Okay, I think that's looking good. Connie's looking sufficient. I don't know what I should make her holding. She should be holding, like, a bunch of, like, cheap, like, plastic tchotchkes from various tourist traps. Give me suggestions. I was just gonna give her a cheese hat. I think this is supposed to be lion back here. I was very tired when I sketched this. Sure, I'll answer Utena questions. So, let's be careful, like, before the Utena watch, not to spoil too many people. I'm gonna try really hard when we watch Utena to not spoil things, but I am gonna point out things to keep in mind, if that's okay. You know, because somebody sent a comment on one of my community posts about it, like, are you gonna, like, just spoil it from the beginning, or, you know, and I'm like, oh, you know what, maybe I won't. I'll tell you to keep things in mind, but for anyone who's completely blind to Utena, I'd like them to, like, you know, enjoy experiencing the series. So... You underestimate the enjoyment I get out of decent people ranting about the topics they're passionate about, even if I understand little to nothing about what they're saying. You know, I get that, because I watch a lot of streamers, too. I watch a music guy, too. I don't always understand what the fuck he's talking about music-wise, but he's very, very interesting to listen to. It's like how when Rings of Power was going, I'm not that into Tolkien lore, but I was listening to a lot of people who are really, really into Tolkien lore. But their opinions on it, and that was fun to listen to. So, like, yeah, I do understand that. Maybe she has a shirt. She has a shirt over one arm that's like, I love something. I can give it here. Like, she's carrying all the stupid crap he's bought. She's trying to humor him. She's trying to humor him, but she's like, she's starting to die a little inside. That's what I'm going for here. I think she has a braid in the new poster. Let me find my fucking tab with it. Well, maybe she doesn't have a braid. I made that up in my fucking head. I thought she had one. I must have made it up. Great Lakes State, yeah. It's like, yeah, like, Michigan and Minnesota and everything up there is all one state. It's the Great Lakes State. And actually, maybe the Great Lake, since the ocean levels are higher in Steven Universe, maybe all the Great Lakes are one big-ass lake. Yeah, shit like that. You can just have so much fun with that kind of crap. It's like how they have durian juice boxes and shit. You know, all these funny little details that are just slipped into the background as just like a background joke. I'm just trying to draw her hair how Sugar drew it. I'm looking at the poster right now. A poster, in case you guys are curious what I'm talking about. Where's Distractotron? Damn it! I need to organize my fucking layout better. I need to do a lot of things. There we go. Yeah, so this is the new signing poster. Sugar drew it. Somebody else inked it. I forget who she said it was, but I ordered one of these signed off stream. So she's signing. I think she's signing 5 of them on stream right now, and then I managed to snap up one for off stream signing before they were sold out. So I'm going to get one eventually. And I asked for Spinel, of course. It was very tempting to ask for Jasper, but I asked for Spinel. And like I said, if she like writes some little note that she's seen Switcheroo, I might just fucking die. So my death will be announced, I guess. I'll leave it in my will. Please tell my YouTube channel if I die of happiness from Rebecca Sugar reading my stupid crap. Oh yes, we have Hawaii on again today because I realize I can revenue share Hawaii music. Hey, what's your question, Jaden? And it's been yonk since you saw Utena. Yeah, me too! That's why! Because I was like, man, I should rewatch Utena before I tackle Lily's anime ranking video where she placed Utena as worst anime under Samurai Pizza Cat and Hamtaro. Yeah, I'm gonna die. If Rebecca Sugar doesn't kill me, that will. But I thought, oh, won't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun to just do streams watching along Utena with chat? Because it's all up on YouTube. So I should be able to get away with that even if I can't monetize it, you know? I should be able to get away with that. So, I think it'll be fun. And then what I'm planning to do is, like, we watch an episode all the way through without pausing. I might comment here and there, because we're gonna watch it subtitled. I'll give you the links you can follow along, too, if you want, you know, to read the subtitles better. And then, after each episode, we'll have, like, a little discussion time. And then we'll go on to the next one. And I'll probably skip the opening and ending for each subsequent episode, just to, you know, keep it boogieing along, because this is gonna be at least a 6-hour stream if I do 13 episodes at once. So, yes, I'm planning to do 3 days in a row of 6-ish hour streams. So, I think it'll be fun, and I'll leave the VODs up, of course. And let me scroll up to see Jaden's question. Jaden, the thing is, nothing in Utena is literal, so, like, the coffin is like a representation of her self-imposed suffering, and the million swords she was stabbed with are the representation of humanity's hatred because she took the concept of the prince away, but the concept of the prince was dying anyway because it wasn't viable, and the reason why Akio is so corrupt is because Anthe is trying to keep this idea alive, but it's not viable in the real world, but it's all symbolism. You see, nothing is literally happening in Utena, like anywhere, except maybe one scene that we'll get to when we watch it. But you can't take anything in Utena literally, ever. Nothing is actually happening. Everything's an illusion. Like, Akio even fucking explains that he is controlling everything in Otori Academy with his big-ass, like, observatory, projector. Even the duels are fake. They're not actually happening. I guess it was a bit of a spoiler, but it's kind of like an overall arc. I mean, the series is almost 30 years old, to be fair. But the inner details when we watch it, I won't spoil as we watch along. So yeah. But yeah, it's not even like Yeah, there is nothing literal happening in Utena, but then also kind of is. Like, you got to take everything on kind of a symbolic, philosophical level with the anime. It's very, very abstract. The only thing actually happening is the gay stuff. I could argue against that too, actually. I'm going to have a little preamble on the first stream, I think. Because, honestly, with the Utena show, I swear to God, you could interpret Utena as heterosexual. You could. There's precedent for it. The movie's a whole other kettle of fish. Ikuhara was just like, no, it's my movie. I'm gonna make them kiss and make out every 10 minutes if I want to. But in the actual show, Utena could be bisexual. She could be heterosexual. She could be a lesbian falling to compulsory heteronormativity. You can interpret her all three of those ways, and all three of those ways are supported by the text. So, that's why I'm really like, Utena isn't just we lesbians. It really, really fucking isn't. I don't really care about the manga, to be honest, because I don't consider it canon, because it really isn't, because, like, what happened was Chiho Saito and Ikuhara were, like, kind of the co-creators on it, and Saito went and made her manga, which was definitely more of a typical magical girl S-type, you know, shoujo series. And then as they started to develop the anime, Ikuhara just went, you know what, I'm gonna pull a Hideki Anno and just go completely off the fucking rails here and do whatever I want, while he was hiding all the gay stuff he was putting in it from Chiho Saito. So you have to keep that in mind too. Like, all the gay stuff, Ikuhara was slipping that in against the will of most of the other production. Except maybe that one writer from Sailor Moon. So, the whole production was a fucking mess. I know this because I've listened to the commentary. On the DVDs, there is a commentary with Chiho Saito and Ikuhara talking about the production, and he basically said, like, he almost put him... He went to the hospital due to stress from how much he was hiding all the gay shit he was putting in the show from Chiho Saito. That's what he claims. And he's saying this right in front of her, too. It's a wild interview. At one point, he also says it's okay to be gay, and the interviewer and Saito both get very uncomfortable. He's a madman. Well, that's the other thing I'm always trying to explain to people. It's like, look, what the fuck makes you think that Japanese culture is less homophobic than Western culture? Because it's fucking not. What Westerners may see as gay content usually isn't to the Japanese. Like, no, you don't have a lot of schoolgirl lesbians. You have a lot of S-type, which is the idea that young schoolgirls should have very close, intimate friendships that are almost romantic. But if they're actually lesbians, that's still bad. That's still considered bad. So you're supposed to have romantic, like, almost dating relationships with your female friends, but you're expected to graduate and marry a man and grow up, and if you don't, you're just immature, and that's why you're a lesbian. You know? Japanese culture is still very homophobic. It's hard to say what coffins represent in Utena, Jaden, because it also calls back to Utena's own backstory. Honestly, anytime you need to know something about what something represents in Utena, I would recommend just going to otori.nu. Otori.nu is the repository of, like, all the Utena theorizing and analysis from the last 30 fucking years. You can find everything you possibly need at otori.nu. So, I'm immature for many other reasons. Yeah, essay, that's it. You know, like, you have a lot of Yuri hentai that is clearly just aimed at men. A lot of the schoolgirl lesbian stuff is not even gay to the Japanese. Like, you see that in anime too. You'll have a girl who seemingly likes girls, but as she gets more mature, she starts falling for, like, the main guy, and it's like, yeah, they used to do that in the 90s a lot too, here. Like, every other fucking show and movie would introduce a lesbian character, and then her one plot line would be like, oh, but now she finds herself attracted to this man over here. It's so fucking obnoxious. It's like, yeah, I had a bunch of fucking people on Twitter go at me for, like, saying, just stop calling everything lesbian Yuri. And they were like, no, Yuri is, like, super important and totally made by lesbians. And, like, half of them didn't even understand Japanese culture or what they were even fucking talking about. You know? It's like, Christ. Yeah, but you also have to understand that, like, Japan has very, very different views on sexual politics and gender roles and stuff. You have to take these things into consideration when you're watching a foreign piece of media, you know? So just like looking at Utena on a very surface level and going, oh my god, it's queer content, is just so, I don't know, fucking brain dead. I think Madison, right? What the fuck is her Tomoe, isn't it? Why did I say her dub name? Jesus Christ. Is it Tomoe? I think that's her name. No, what is her friend's name? Tomoyo. Oh, Tomoyo. Not Tomoe, Tomoyo. Tomoyo, I think, is actually supposed to be, she is supposed to be gay. And has a crush on Sakura. But Clamp is kind of like that, though. You know? Who's telling me to read the Twitch chat? I'm looking at the Twitch chat. What am I supposed to be looking at? Yeah, but again, Kitty Foe, that's kind of a Japanese problem, because we have a lot of, like, a lot of anime has a lot of, like, underage shit and incest and shit, and again, that is something you have to accept is because it's from a different culture. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying I condone it. But you have to take in the differences in culture into consideration, you know? It's like I've tried to explain to people, like, I was talking about Ninja Girls one day. Ninja Girls is kind of a harem manga, but it's like, has actually good characterization, and so it's a little cheesecakey, but I like it a lot. But one of the characters in it is a cross-dressing man. And some people are like, oh, it's a trans character. I'm like, no, though. Because Japan still kind of has this kind of ha-ha, hee-hee, transvestites, cross-dressing men funny thing going on, so I wouldn't interpret it like that if I were you. I'm just saying, you know, you really gotta consider these things sometimes. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely find it abhorrent, of course, but it's like the media from any other country. It's going to reflect the culture, but it doesn't mean every single person in that culture agrees with these things either. But, you know, again, you have to remember that the sexual politics of Japan are very, very different from the West, and they were very isolated for a long time, you know? So you can't, like, all these people, all of these supposed, like, progressives that are like, you know, anime needs to conform to American sensibilities. It's like... Is that called colonization? I am drawing Let's Chibi 10. I am drawing this idea I've had for a while that the next Steven Universe movie should be a situation where the gems are trying to solve a problem without involving Steven, and Steven on his road trip keeps calling in at inopportune times to show off all the stupid tourist traps he's falling for. Because that sounds like a very Steven thing to do to me. He would be so excited about giant balls of twine and cheese hats and flea circuses and any other, like, fucking roadside tourist trap you could think of. So, yeah, it's like... Hi, Dan, what's up? This is the first time you've chatted in my streams, Dan? Really? The real Dan the Man is here, everybody. You should go watch his videos. They're very funny. Me and him are gonna do a stream on Hawaii Part 2 eventually. We gotta have the link up on that. I wanna get some notes prepared for it, though, this time, because we tried to have a call before where we discussed the album, and we may have been a little too ill-prepared and a little too high at the time. So we want to do it again, but I want to make it a stream, because I think it'll be fun. Yeah, like... Yeah, sorry, we went into a bit of a tangent explaining, like, how you have to take Japanese culture in consideration when assessing the plots of an anime. Because we're going to be watching Utena on stream eventually, and I think that's very important to consider. Yeah, so... Yeah, but like I said, their ideas can be very different from Western ideas, and you kind of have to accept that instead of trying to, like, impose Western ideals and sensibilities and ways of thinking on the Japanese. The other example I always use is, like, Evangelion. Because there's so many Westerners that are like, oh, Evangelion has such deep, rich Christian symbolism. It's just, the whole series is Christian throughout. And then, you know, the actual creators are going, nah, we just kind of thought it looked cool and exotic. It didn't really mean anything. Well, because, you know, like, 1% of Japanese people, maybe even less, are Christian. It has no cultural impact in Japan at all. They would not be the first thing they think of when seeing things. It's like when people see very Buddhist themes in anime and try to say, "Ah, this is clearly Christian." It's like, no, it's not. Hello, Big Boss. This is what I usually do on Wednesdays. I usually draw and just ramble about all sorts of various shit and whatever chat brings up. I wouldn't care if Lily came to my streams. That would be funny as fuck. I'm done talking about... I'm not even talking about Lily today, except that Lily nuked her Tumblr. I guess I might have brought a little too much heat to Lily. So Lily's Tumblr is nuked. She deactivated. And we were reading Courtney's blog earlier, laughing about it. That was fun. Kind of like how Legend of Zelda looks European. It was actually just Japanese with a thin veneer of European paint. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hey, welcome. Or congratulations. I don't know why I said welcome. Congratulations, Dan. That's good to hear. Since when? Since this morning! If that's what you're talking about, Lily deactivated her fucking Tumblr account today. Like, I found out, like, right before I went on stream. Oh, well, let's see, is the Pokemon comic still up? That's a good question. It's not! No! She even nuked the Pokemon comic? It must have been a side blog. It must have been a side blog. That's funny as shit. What about the fan art Tumblr? Also gone! That must have also been a side blog. Welp. People were mentioning Sucky Boy earlier, saying it was one of Lily's, accounts. No, that's still there. If this is the right one, anyway. Did I spell it right? There's no post, though. Maybe it's probably not the right one. Oh, yeah, I need to put a few pennies in the jar, actually. Now, don't I? So let's, put like 3 in. How's that? I don't know. I have a feeling it might have been me. I mean, not to toot my own horn here, but we were actually, yeah, I still have it up. We were talking about it earlier. Lily really got angry that I critiqued her original work and pointed out that she made sure to have the 2 main characters move in together as family before they fuck. And I said that's weird. And then Lily made this post saying, No, you dumb bitch! My incest fix are over here! You know? This isn't the incest one, these are! Like, she got so angry she told on herself! And then, I made, like, 2 posts about her. And we were on mine. There's my Utena poll, by the way. This is why we're doing long ones. Everyone said they wanted fucking long streams. Yeah, all I did was, like, take screenshots of Lily's posts and make my own posts, and I ratioed her both times, and then she nuked her Tumblr. So I'm not saying it was me, but maybe it was me. I will take credit, though. Yes. He's got a cheese hat because he went to Wisconsin, or whatever Wisconsin is called in the Steven Universe. Probably Cheeseconsin. He's got a cheese hat now, and he's gonna have... Yeah, I couldn't resist. I had to make Toga with his stupid little opera glasses my picture for the poll. So, actually, I was thinking of taking these images of him and being like, when he's on screen like this, it's watching time, and when he's on screen like this, it's discussion time. I might do that. I am working on a whole layout for the Utena streams. A whole Utena-themed layout, so... Utena is probably going to be starting the 13th. I'm thinking of doing it the 13th, 14th, and 15th. You know, 3 days in a row, 6-ish hour streams, because why the fuck not? I wanted to do it next week, but I got called into my day job, so that's not happening. I want to be able to do it 3 days in a row, damn it! I'll probably replace the usual Wednesday stream that week with the Utena stream. And then if we're still doing Wani, we'll do Wani as well. We are doing Wani tomorrow, by the way. We're gonna do more Gator. We're gonna do Ending 2 tomorrow. I've learned my lesson. The endings are too long. I have to do one per stream. Oh, you haven't been here a while, Elijah. I installed an extension that lets Twitch chat throw shit at the screen because I thought it was funny. And I let them throw tomatoes for free, so lots of people throw tomatoes. I gave chat this power. This was a decision I definitely made. For my day job, I work at a dog breeder, actually. I mostly caretake, so I clean, I socialize the animals, I feed them, I will whelp puppies when dogs are giving birth sometimes. So that's what I do. Which is pretty nice because I get to hug puppies, and I get to work in an isolated place with no customer facing, and I get away from a fucking computer for a while. So, and it's physical activity. So, it makes for a good, stable, weekly, well, I guess it's bi-weekly now, bi-weekly paycheck, because freelancing on the internet doesn't always pay the same rates. Hell no, I don't do my customer service voice. I ain't got no customers to talk to. If on the off chance I have to interact with a client, yes, I will use my customer service voice. But other than that, I don't usually deal with the clients. But sometimes there's an appointment when I'm coming into work, and I just have to nod to the people and say, hello, blah, blah, blah. So, Havanese dogs, actually. So little guys, little funny guys. They're still dogs, though. They can be a handful. You loved Utena, you didn't understand 30% of it. That's okay. So you gotta watch Utena a few times to fucking understand it. I will be guiding you all as we go along, though. So, like I said, my plan is subtitled episodes. I will probably comment a little bit as they're going, but we'll mostly have our discussions between episodes. So, I think that would be a fun little time, because again, I haven't watched Utena in full in like fucking 15 years or something, so I wanted to refresh myself on it before I went and tackled Lily talking about it again. Because what started my YouTube channel was me being impressed at my own recall of Utena when I wasn't even fucking expecting to talk about it, reacting to Lily's fucking new Steven Universe video. So, like, I wasn't even expecting to talk about Utena, and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I do actually remember a lot about this. Amazing. I don't know what Xavier Renegade Angel is. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I would say finish watching it to make an AU based on it, but, yeah. I don't like the dub. I refuse to watch the dub. It's a 90s dub. I will not watch the dub. Fuck you. Also, I was explaining this before. You have to have an incredibly high IQ to understand Utena. I think that counts. Where's my memes? There we go. To be fair, you have to have an incredibly high IQ to understand Utena. Or Utena, as fucking Lily would fucking pronounce it. I say when I pronounce Anthy's name like 3 different ways at any given time, but that's besides the point. Yeah, the dubs and 90s stuff. And also, like, I wanted to point out, you miss a lot of subtext in English because they just don't have equivalent language for things. Because, like, Anthy calls Utena Miss Utena in English, but she calls her Utena-sama in Japanese. That definitely hits different. It definitely hits way different, because Miss would be more like calling her Utena-san or Utena-kun, not Utena-sama. She should be calling her, like, Lady Utena or something, or Mistress Utena in English, but to get the same feel. But, you know, back then in the 90s, they tended to ignore that kind of shit a lot. I'm pretty does Utena call Anthy in English? That's my question. I don't remember. Does she call her Anthy? Because right there, you're already missing a huge thing if Utena calls Anthy by her first name in English. Because, the thing I want to point out, Anthy calls Utena Utena-sama, Sama being very deferential and respectful to someone, saying that basically they are an authority over you. And Utena calls Anthy Himemiya, which is her last name, and calling somebody by their last name is very impersonal in Japanese. It means you don't know them very well. It's just what you stock will call someone by their family name. But besides it being impersonal, the hime in Himemiya means princess. So that right there tells you that Utena is seeing Anthy for her role as princess to her prince, rather than really considering Anthy herself, you know? So, these are things you miss in the English. There's a Spanish dub where Saonji's name is Kevin? No, that's the perfect name for him. He should be called Kevin. He's a douche. Fuck Saonji. That's kind of great, though. I think if it's about Utena again, Jaden, I said you should probably finish watching it if you're gonna make an AU based on it. I'll think about it, Dan. I don't want to, I never, Utena is absolutely nothing but fucking symbolism. Like, seriously, like, nothing literal is happening in Utena anywhere ever. That's why Lily doesn't like it. But I still couldn't get over that Lily saw, like, the last 2 episodes of Utena, or maybe a summary of them, or just the clips or something, and then came up with all this fucking bullshit about Anthy being a slave, and the systems Utena was talking about being, like, police brutality and ruling class and shit. It's like, anyone who thinks Anthy is a slave to her fiancé who's won her in a duel hasn't seen the fucking show. She's really not. The only person you can say she's a slave to is Akio, or at least the concept of the prince that Akio once was, you know, even. So, but both, like, fucking Togo is Tommy. Both fucking James Somerton and Lily Orchard both went, this helpless brown girl, Anthy, is definitely a slave. They didn't watch the fucking show. Or at least didn't understand it. I mean, sure, Jade, like I said, I'm not that up on Omori, so I might not understand it. Well, no, Lily saw a brown person in an anime and decided slavery because she's brown. The thing is, Anthy's skin color has absolutely no fucking meaning at all in Utena. Like, nothing. Her skin color has nothing to do with anything. It's just how Chiho Saito designs characters. She tends to design very samey looking characters like some mangaka do. And she tends to do like a lot of swarthy Indian looking people just randomly. Like, it literally has no meaning. It's not a statement on racism or anything. Anthy just looks like that. The only thing I could say about the way Anthy and Akio look is it kind of sets them apart from everyone else because they kind of don't belong there. So that kind of feeds into them kind of being otherworldly, I think. So, but other than that, her skin color has absolutely no fucking meaning. I'm gonna have Pearl, like, posing. I think the phone's gonna be ringing from her gem. So I thought that would be funny. Like derp, what the fuck? And they're in the middle of fucking fighting something. I don't know. It's gonna be indistinct. I don't care what the conflict is. The whole point is, there's a conflict, and they're trying to hide it from Steven, and Steven is making himself very inconvenient for very stupid reasons. Oh wait! Wait a minute, Kaiser! You actually just reminded me of something. So, Jer Bear was going through Lily's 6-hour-long fucking Pokemon video last night and taking clips. And we found a very interesting one from Lily's playthrough. So let's watch that real quick, actually. And hang on, let me pay the Lily toll first. Alright, and we're gonna put it in the big Chrome too, so everyone gets a good look at this.
Juniper's incessant nagging, Sharon demands I see the rally for the local KKK. Oh wait, no, it's just an animal rights group. Team Plasma is arguing that the use of Pokemon for human convenience, sport, and exploitative capitalism is a form of abuse, invoking the long-standing joke that Pokemon is a game about dogfighting. So this game makes that joke its central plot point. Finally, Pokemon is going to have a serious examination of itself and the implications of its own aging premise.
So, Lily, did you just compare the KKK to animal welfare groups? That has, certain implications there, that I'm not sure you thought through entirely, Lily. Take that what you will, that Lily directly compared the KKK to animal welfare groups. Lily, are you saying black people are like animals? I'm just saying! I'm just saying that is the kind of fucking argument Lily would make against someone else who said the same thing. So, yeah. So, there's your Lily bit for today. Oh yeah, she called, we were looking at the transcript too, and she called White Diamond, because of course she had to mention Steven Universe twice in this 6-hour Pokemon video. She called White Diamond Femdom Space Hitler. Because Lily just really, really likes making Nazi jokes and sexualizing things. So there's a sexualized Nazi joke for you all. Femdom Space Hitler. So, And of course, you can't fucking shut up about Steven Universe, even in a Pokemon retrospective. What is the matter with you? Even I don't talk about Steven Universe that much. And look what I do. Like, people are always telling me, like, she mentioned Steven Universe for, like, hits or views, but she never puts it in the description or the title or anything. So no, she just can't help but spurg about Steven Universe at random, and doesn't have the sense to cut out her tangents out of her fucking scripts, because she scripts things, and she still can't take out her own fucking tangents. I don't understand this, because, like, I never script anything. I can't perform with a script. I can only perform live, off the cuff, like I'm doing right now. But when I cut videos together, I still cut out all my stupid faff and tangents and strange noises for the most part, unless they're really funny. So, yes, now I'm one of the Wani Bros forever. Lily can't handle anything more emotionally complicated than, like, fucking Bluey. I'm sure, I was just saying that the other day before Lily nuked her fucking, I'm drawing Pearl way too thick. I always do this. Actually, I put her hips too high. before she nuked her Tumblr, I was saying we should trick Lily into reviewing Bluey and getting it all wrong and saying bullshit about it, and then the Bluey fans will just tear her apart and we'll be rid of her forever. Change my PFP to a Lily meme? Why would I do that? My PFP is my branding. Why do you think I use the same fucking avatar everywhere? People instantly recognize it. You thought Pearl was a bird? Well, I mean, yeah. I always draw thick pearls. I can't. But Sai, you have the talent to improv. Lily doesn't have the talent. Yeah. She's only funny on rare occasions. Yeah, I did. I was saying the other day, too, I was like, hey, I admitted when I agreed with Lily on things. I'm not completely biased. I even gave Lily one funny point for shitting on Lars that one time. That was the only time she was funny, ever. How is Lily... I know Lily live streams. How is Lily on live streams? Like, is she really fucking boring? Because I can't even imagine, like, how she would be without a script if she's this bad scripted. Should we make her foot going more this direction? I don't know if Lily's even familiar with Sailor Moon. I guess Lily live streams, that's what I've heard. I don't know if she does it on a regular basis, though. People don't seem to follow that as much. I don't know. Lily's live streams are her trying to be funny or running a joke into the ground. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think that might also be why Lily doesn't like me, because I'm so effortlessly funny. Not to toot my own horn, but... I'm also very humble. That makes me better than Lily. Does she... I would like to actually see her play Kingdom Hearts. I want to see if she's actually, like, bad at it, because that would be really funny. When the stars line, both you shoot at the same time, we need to watch live. Oh, God. Oh, God. We do laugh at you a lot. Thank you, Kaiser. Yes, thank you. Trying to read the chat now, so I'm getting quiet. I did let the Inco slip. It's almost like Inco is just me being bombastic. Bombastic. I keep telling you guys, all my voices are just me at different pitches anyway. No, yeah, if only Kaiser was Kaiser Neko, I would trade up. Hey, I will let you know, Kaiser, I have never had speech therapy in my life, so there. If you can't tell by the way I can't pronounce certain words, ever. The phone's gonna be ringing in her gem, because I was gonna try to put it like in a back pocket or something, but she wouldn't have that. Actually, goddammit, I need to bring up Pearl reference again now to get her fucking stupid jacket right. Well, what's strange to me about Lily liking Kingdom Hearts, and here, I gotta pay the toll again. What's so funny about Lily liking Kingdom Hearts to me is Kingdom Hearts is the most anime bullshit mush. It's like every single anime trope put in a blender. That's what Kingdom Hearts is. But she loves it. But she hates anime. But it's like the most anime fucking thing ever. I'm not gonna be your Jersey mom. Don't get excited. Maybe I'll start an OnlyFans where I talk to you as a Jersey mom. I'm very much joking about that. Let's lock Lily Orchid and Darkside Phil in a cabin with nothing but an HDTV to play Street Fighter 2. I mean, Lily is kind of the Darkside Phil of media analysis. Like, it's like how Darkside Phil is just, like, bad at every single video game he plays. Just somehow, he is the most incompetent person at video games to ever exist. Like, he just cannot. It's like he's got, like, some kind of, like, actual physical, mental brain damage problem. You know? And then Lily's the same way when it comes to media analysis. Jersey ASMR? Oh, that's right, Sora is in Smash now, isn't he? You had a weird dream where me and, like, Lisa Hannigan had a podcast? Oh my god. I would love that. I would be simping for her the entire time, though, probably. I mean, I do have a bit of a speech impediment. I kind of cover it up with the way I talk sometimes, but that's okay though. People for some reason say they like the cherubic sound of my screeching online, so I don't know. Everything I've seen of DSP tells me he's real, you know? It's like, I mean, we were talking about Chris Chan earlier. Even, like, in the early days, I thought Chris had to be fake. I was like, this guy has to be, like, an Andy Kaufman-esque bit. There's just no way. And then we saw the photos of Chris's room, and it was like, oh my god, this is a real person. It's still hard to believe sometimes. Even like fucking almost 20 years later. Someone did an animation of blue and pink fusion. It's probably that same person. Oh yeah, speaking of fusions, that's the reason why I'm not working on the Switcheroo comic right now. I tried reaching out to Mizu Fusion, who's a really good SU artist who basically does nothing but fusions. And like a year ago, he sent me he commented on Instagram saying, "Hey, how about we collab sometime?" And I wanted to for a while, but it took me some time to get to this comic. So I sent him a message on Tumblr where he's still at. Apparently he deleted his Insta. So I sent him a message on Tumblr saying, hey, I got like a proposal for you. Because I want to ask him, hey, do you want to like take a pass at my fusion design? Because I'm not really happy with it. And you would push things in way weirder directions than I do. So you wanna take a little look-see-do? Maybe help me design it? No, I'm not gonna fix the eyes. She's gonna be bird squawk eyes. Actually, her eye needs to be further up. But Chris has like the most bizarre ability to like have like just the best comedic timing completely by accident. That's the thing that draws me to Chris Chan. Like, how can you be this accidentally like, if you were a fictional character, you would be one of the most hilarious things ever written. How do you do this completely by fucking accident? Oh yeah, what's Jaden sending me? Let's see what this is. Oh, it's the fusion. Okay, let me bring up Distractovision. And yeah, it's Bluesy Stella. Bluesy Stella. Who does really cool shit. I should probably turn off the bully music, but... This is kind of loud, okay. Already you guys are throwing tomatoes at Pink Diamond. Yeah, Bluesy Stella just like pumps these out. And they're really cool. Blue Diamond is definitely the best diamond for purely aesthetic reasons to me. That's a pretty cute design. I hope Rebecca Sugar enjoys all these fan things, if she's checking them out. But yeah, everybody subscribe to Blues Stella. And yeah, I know about the Geno Samuel documentary on Chris Chan, of course I do. I've watched it since it came out. But, the thing to remember about the Geno doc is that at the time all this shit was happening, we didn't have any of that context. We didn't have any of the context of, like, the calls going on, or the fake emails, or any of that shit. It was just Chris would upload a video on YouTube, and it would be the most random shit with no context, and we'd have no idea what he was talking about, or who Ivy was, or who the imposter in Brown was for a while, like, or why he thought he was talking to Mia Miyamoto, Shigeru Miyamoto, rather, Mia Miyamoto, yeah, that's a name. I'm not gonna watch anymore right now, Jaden. I want to try to actually draw. It's getting to be 3:30. No, not Gino from Mario RPG. Everybody go play Mario RPG now that it has a remake, because it's like one of the best fucking games ever made. But yeah, so you gotta remember that we had no context when all this shit was actually going down. All right, we'll watch one more. I would also, if you're into Chris shit, I would also recommend the Fox Pawpaws documentary and the Gamer from Mars documentary. They take a different approach. They're a little more abridged, because Gino's is more like an exhaustive recitation of data, you know, in the order everything happened. But that doesn't really tell you the perception of the people following this drama at the time. Yes, I'm using Clip Studio. It's my go-to art program. This is a remake of one they did before. Oh yeah, I love this one, how yellow and blue get turned into, like, marionettes. Everybody got turned into marionettes. The cut-ins of audio are a little awkward, though. Uno reverse! Now you're controlled! Take that! Yeah. Yeah, it's good shit. Man, I should do some animatics or something. Maybe eventually I'll do, like, some animation stuff. Though, a lot of people... a lot of people have been asking, since I work for Cougar, who does comic dubs, if I ever would consider dubbing my own comics on my own YouTube channel, and maybe eventually... I might need other voice actors for that, though, because... I mean, I suppose I could voice everybody if I really wanted to. I don't know if my Steven impression would be... I could get Cougar to do Steven at least. Cougar, come voice Steven for me! But, yeah, I work for Cougar McDowell. So... Yeah. Well, Cougar had approached me about the possibility of dubbing Switcheroo eventually. Like a couple of years ago. But, you know, Steven Universe doesn't really trend. The thing with Cougar's channel is we do have to kind of keep on trend to get numbers, to get money, to pay artists. You know, it's kind of like a self-sustaining thing. So, and I know he eventually wants to start doing his own original stuff, but he's got to build up capital. So that's what his comic dub channel is mostly for. Yeah, it's a bit clickbaity, it's a bit fast food entertainment. Yes, we know, we understand, but people do enjoy it. There is a demand, but we do have to stay on relevant topics. So Steven Universe isn't really a big draw. I guess he did get popular doing Steven comic dubs though, when he was doing Gone Wrong, because he says he still has like the final part of Gone Wrong that he's sitting on right now because, well, you know, unfortunately, Spud, you know, kind of retired from social media for the time being, after her mother passed away. I know he's still in contact with Spud, though, and from what I've heard, she's doing very well, which makes me happy to hear. So, I think she's still doing freelance work, you know, for, like, Webtoon and shit. So, oh, I love Digital Circus. Apparently the new episode's coming out on Friday, which means I'm probably going to be ended up drawing a lot of Digital Circus stuff for Cougar soon. So expect that as well. I suppose. I really should start posting my thumbnails again. I have so many Smiling Friends thumbnails. Oh, your Brady Bunch crossover is still going well? That's good. Yeah, I'm very excited for new Digital Circus. I honestly, I love the concept as soon as I watch it, because I did see the shorts, the character introduction shorts before Digital Circus came out, and I was like, that looks like it's gonna be something like, that looks like it's gonna be some edgy web show, probably. But then it, like, got super fucking popular, and I was like, okay, let me check this out. And oh my god, it was so good. I can't even begin to explain why it's so good. I mean, it's in kind of the mascot horror genre, I will call it that, even though it's not technically a horror series. But I think mascot horror covers basically anything that takes, like, old children's programming and kind of makes it existential and kind of interrogates, like, what would it actually be like to exist in these worlds, these insane worlds that are made for children? So, no, I don't consider it literally horror, but I do think it falls into the mascot horror genre, because I feel like Digital Circus's closest cousin is Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, which people do call mascot horror. So I do think it falls into that same vein. So again, even though it's not literally horror necessarily, it's still, I mean, it's still creepy, it's still got existential themes, you know, so it falls into, like, the, you know, the Poppies, the Baldies Basics, the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scareds, what's the Dora the Explorer one, Amanda the Explorer, all those sorts of things, you know, I would call those all mascot horror. I would call Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared mascot horror, for sure. Like I said, I think it's just the name of the genre of taking these old style preschool type things and basically deconstructing and corrupting them. Is Sai-chan a mascot? We could do mascot horror Sai-chan. Actually, I kind of have a horror Sai-chan that I haven't been able to use yet. Let me find her. Though we probably will be using her in the future. I've probably showed off this art before. There we go. Inky Sai-chan. I helped Skrill on a lot of her old Bendy and the Ink Machine comics. So basically, she would send them over to me to ink, to do, like, the line inking, and she'd do the color, and she'd do the pencils. So when the Bendy movie comes out, she's probably going to be doing more Bendy comics, and I will probably be helping her ink them again. So we probably will finally be able to use Inky Sai-chan. I like this one a lot. But yeah, I liked inking Skrill's Bendy comics. I had to do a lot of, like, hatching and, like, you know, stuff that looks like actual pen and ink, which I don't usually get to do with my Steven Universe stuff. I mean, I could go all in on my own style on Steven Universe, but I much prefer to try to keep it at least somewhat close to the original. So a lot of people try to say my style looks exactly like Steven Universe, which it fucking doesn't, really. If you look at them side by side, it doesn't at all. But I believe enough of the style in there to trick you. So yeah, they're making a Bendy movie, finally, which could be fun. So yes, I'm spreading the Jaspinel around, yes! I would love to see Can and Spinel and Jasper interact. I still think they would have a lot in common, you know? I really do, and I if you can't tell by my ships, I like couples that contrast each other strongly. So having little goofy bendy Spinel with big strong angry Jasper is very funny to me. So yeah, I still consider it a crack ship just because they've never actually met in canon, but a lot of people tell me it's not, but I don't know, I still consider it one, really. But I'm just like, it started out as a joke with me, but then Jasper became, like, a character I, like, actually want and want to I actually want to deconstruct and actually like a lot. So, and it became serious. Oh, my favorite Utena character? Honestly, probably Anthi. If I'm honest, I think Anthi is my favorite character. You're gonna see me use her a lot in the previews for the streams and stuff. And when I did do the Utena video, I basically had Anthi as, like, my stand-in character in a few places. So I watch a lot of over-analyzing anime, and he kind of does that with Ryuk when he does his Death Note videos. Like, Ryuk has become his stand-in. He dubs his voice over Ryuk a lot, and I think that's very funny. But yeah, I would fucking love to see Jasper and Spinel interact at all in canon. I think it would be great. And I think Jasper would have a similar reaction as I've given her in my AU, where it's like, how is this small noodly creature so monstrously fucking strong? What is this? What's happening? No, souls in Utena are usually swords. Swords are souls in Utena, so it should tell you something that the Sword of Dios comes out of Anthi. Yes. So, coffins in Utena, like, you know, like, Toga has that whole speech about how, like, you know, if a chicken doesn't crack the shell of the egg, it'll die without being born. We have to crack the shell of the world, which is also an illusion, though. So I don't know, again, Utena is very fucking complicated. I'll probably be better at explaining it as we watch it, but it's so hard, and I'm not an expert, so, like, my opinions are my own. Form your own opinions about Utena. I'm just gonna tell you shit from my perspective, but, like, it is so endlessly interpretatable. My Twitch is MP if you're looking for that. So, I use MP still in a few places. So, like, honestly, when I made my Tumblr, I just did scribbles, because I didn't really know what else to put, and that just kind of became, like, my full name online now, but my last name is apparently Scribbles now, and I just kind of stuck with it, so it's whatever. I don't really, like I said earlier, I don't really care about the Utena manga. I think I started to explain it, where Chiho Saito and Ikuhara were the co-creators of the series, technically, like B-Papas, like, basically commissioned them to make a show. It was gonna be a normal magical girl show at first, too. So Chiho Saito wrote her manga first, but a lot of people make the mistake of thinking the anime is adapted from the manga when it's really not. It's really not at all. So the manga is way more typical shoujo magical girl-esque type stuff, you know, where it's not actually gay. And then when it came time to make the anime, Ikuhara just went, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And then we get the anime, which is a completely different piece than the manga. So the manga, I think, can be an interesting historical document, I guess, but it really has no impact on the anime or the movie whatsoever. Maybe the movie a little bit, just a smidge. How Toga is in the movie is a bit more like his manga counterpart. So I think that's a bit of a callback, but otherwise the manga does not matter. I'm Sai the Sinister. No, Sai-chan is what I call my mascot character, because she's like little me, so she's Sai-chan. I don't know where Carl is coming from. Except that I do my Carl voice sometimes. I guess is what you could call it. My gruff old man voice. So, yeah. It's like Has-Been in Zoophobia. I guess maybe a little. I mean, they kind of iterated off the same idea, but they're not the same thing at all, I suppose, yeah, so... but like I said earlier, Chiho Saito was very nervous about adding any gay content in the anime, and so Ikuhara was sliding it all in under her nose, which is why it's so weird. And like I said earlier, there's literally room to interpret Utena as heterosexual, as bisexual, or as a lesbian succumbing to compulsory heteronormativity. You could have any of those three readings from the show, and they all work. So I'm not gonna argue with any of them. The movie, however, Ikuhara was like, no, they're gonna make out like in the first fucking 10 minutes. They're gonna kiss everywhere. Oh, let's see, Elijah's got some art to share. What if Shrek kicked down my front door and hit the gritty in front of me? I would think I had smoked too much weed. Or somebody laced it with something. Wait a minute, what does this say? Elijah? I'm just gonna make fun of you a little bit. I promise I'm not gonna do anything bad, but why is there a folder that says side do not open? Do you have any idea how tempting that is? Anyway. No, bring it up full screen. There we go. We get some new art from Elijah. I like the chick in the middle. I like her fit. That's good shit right there. I might be a little drawn to the punk goth look, so... This guy looks like a weenie. This guy looks like a zombie. I assume he is. I have a character with a bigger sexuality. Like I said, it's... Everything in Utena is symbolism, okay? Why are you re-asking the question, Kaiser? Remember telling my parents to watch Utena during my obsession with it. Thank God they didn't, but I made my brother and friends watch it and even told my therapist about it. You were 12? Oh. Huckleberry. There's a Huckleberry pilot? Not like the dog, right? Hold up a sec. Like Huckleberry Hound, or am I missing something here? Probably. Oh, you wanted me to open the folder. I was being polite. Hang on a second. Okay. And what, it was, okay, I get it now. You were tempting me to open it, in fact. Okay, let's, come on. Just load so I can dub this. Steven Universe sucks, and here's why. Hey, Lily! OMG, finally, an apology for your dumb comments. Have some soup, made it myself just for you. Shut the fuck up. I'm Inco now. Steven Universe soup sucks, and here's why. Lily, where are you right now? I'm at soup. Lily, why are you buying clothes at the soup store? A Huckleberry Finn? Why is Huckleberry Hound the first thing I think of? I don't know. But yeah, Athie's cycle of suffering, I think, is more that she is so wedded, pun intended, to the idea of princes and princesses that she keeps up the hope that could be a real thing, even when life keeps proving to her that the reality is really not good. You know? But again, you can have your own interpretations of it. And again, I really, really highly recommend otori.nu because it just has 30 years worth of essays and analysis and breakdowns of Utena. It is the resource. And Empty Movement. They are the resources on Utena. I think Empty Movement even has a Twitter account where they post as Akio all the time. It's really funny to see, like, little chibi Akio being bitchy. I haven't watched season 2 of Velma yet. I've seen the first episode. I watched Nux react to it on Kick. It's the only way I'm gonna watch fucking Velma is watching Nux react to it, so fuck you. Apparently Velma becomes a ghost at the end, though. She gets killed by Scrappy Doo and becomes a ghost. And that's how season 2 ends. Let's hope they never make a fucking another one. But it's Mindy Kaling's own production house, so as long as she has money, she can keep funding this fucking shitty show. That's the problem. Did she say Greg's bisexual? I mean, a lot of us suspected it. I mean, just look at him. Useless bisexual. I'm too obedient to strangers online. I just don't want to accidentally do things on stream that'll upset somebody. I can be nice. Just not when it's Lily. I don't care if I upset Lily. Let me pay the toll again. Gotta pay the bridge toll for the Lily slander. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, the first time I saw Utena, I think it was on it was an episode of it was tagged onto the end of a fan sub of Fush Yugi Yugi, which I'm sure nobody fucking goddamn knows what that even is here. It's so irrelevant now, but it was popular at the time. And I, like, was immediately spellbound by the opening. I was like, what the fuck is this? So... Lily did not delete her YouTube, did she? Are you faking me out right now? No fucking way. No, I still need to download her other videos! How am I gonna react to them now? Are you sure? Because I still see it up. You're lying to me. Maybe I should download her old videos just in case, though. Lily wouldn't delete her YouTube. That's the only way she makes any fucking money. Krim, are you sure you didn't just fuck up? Lily would never delete her YouTube, I say, as I'm like, well, maybe I should quickly download the ones I want to react to in the future just in case, though. This is one of them. I'm gonna just quickly put it in my handy-dandy little program that downloads YouTube videos for me. What was the other one? The anime ranking one. You're not getting away that easily, Lily, just in case. Yeah, every anime I've ever watched, it's Utena and a bunch of, like, Fox Kids dubs. This is the video that's going to kill me. Well, let me just make sure I archive it just in case. No, I won't see my poster, Jaden, because, I ordered one off stream. So... I'll probably catch up with what Sugar said later, to be honest. What was the other one? There was a third one. Oh, I think somebody wanted me to watch the Mary Sue one. Yeah, let's download that one too, just in case something does happen. Lily's Patreon is still live, of course. How many patrons does she... 584 people? 584 people give Lily Orchard money every month. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? For what? What do you possibly get out of this? You could also pay $1 for Lily's Discord, though. I'm not saying you should, but I'm just throwing it out there. Let's see. So you get Discord, and you see videos early, and that's all you get. Oh, if you pay Lily $15 a month, you get to participate in a group call with her approximately every 1 to 2 weeks. Isn't that a fucking... Isn't that a gift, kids? Isn't that such a generous offer? You get to talk to Lily in a group call with, like, probably 20 other people. Maybe twice a week. Or maybe, no, not twice a week, every 2 weeks. No unique rewards at this tier, but you can just give Lily $30 a month just because. Kaiser, you know she would ban me immediately. Come on. Yeah, they have one of the Hex girls in the new Velma. They actually got Jennifer Hale, though, which kind of impressed me, so... Yeah. And the last update, I mean, I know I'm bad at updating my fucking Patreon, but still, I don't offer, like, early showings of things either. Who are these 584 people? I'm gonna assume half of them forgot they even pledged in the first place. We're just picking on Lily again today. Alright, if you pay Lily Orchard $1, you can go to her YouTube and see what she's saying. Just throwing it out there. I'm not saying you should. I don't endorse any harassment or trolling at all, of course. Who would do that on YouTube.com? That would just be unconscionable. I mean, Lily did say she would invite people onto her podcast to talk about why Steven Universe is good. I don't think she's got to invite me, though. Especially since I have encyclopedic fucking knowledge of the show and can call her out when she's lying about it. They didn't kill Velma, though. They made her a ghost. So, it's just as stupid. But obviously Mindy Kaling isn't going to, like, take herself out of her own vanity project. I bet Lily does ban people for not clapping along, going, yes, dear leader, yes, you are the best, you are the greatest. All of your opinions are correct, dear leader. I still don't know what kind of depraved, sad person you would have to be to want to gain Lily Orchard's approval, though. I'm gonna have Amethyst and Garnet back here fighting whatever the fuck it is they're supposedly fighting off screen. Maybe I'll throw in Bismuth too, I don't know. Just gonna be like missiles or fucking lights flying by. It's gonna be completely ambiguous what the fuck the problem even is, because I don't know. That's not the point of the joke, though. No, it just happened. That's why, Strikor, it just happened. Like, today, Lily deleted her Tumblr. So... And again, I'm not saying it was directly me that did it, but I am saying that. I will take credit. I will take all the credit. Don't worry. Everyone can direct their ire toward me and come in here and tell me how Lily Orchard didn't deserve it and how she's awesome and has great opinions. Like that one bait anon that keeps trying to... I don't know what they're trying to do. Somebody keeps sending me bait. Like, trying to say, Lily is great, and you suck. As if Jasper would degrade herself, fighting a puny human who couldn't probably even take her flicking their forehead without exploding. Come on now. Jasper isn't just angry and fight hungry. She wants the fight to be worth it. You know, she has standards. God. I have fucking standards, you know. Okay, how to do my Jasper voice without it not turning into Olivia now is going to be a fucking problem. Gotta go deeper and wider with your chest to be Jasper. And you have to have kind of a, I don't know, there's like the way Kimberly Brooks does it is so weird. I've been trying to figure it out. You gotta do like 3 different things with your fucking throat, chest, and mouth to do Jasper's voice. It's very strange. Well, she deactivated it. Does that mean you can reactivate it, though? I don't know if that's permanently deleting it or not. Isn't deactivating permanently deleting it? At least I thought so. No. I think it's deactivation. There is a baritone to Jasper's voice, but she's also kind of nasally at the same time, if you really listen. Like, I always do the voice deeper than I should be doing it. You know, her voice isn't actually as deep as you think it is. It's the gruffness that tricks you into thinking it is. But if you actually go back and listen to the voice Kimberly Brooks does, she actually has a bit of nasaliness to it as well, which is funny, because obviously Nose Gem, I swear she does it on purpose. Because Kimberly Brooks is an amazing voice actor I could never hope to be on the same level of ever. But... So... You watching my stream and Rebecca's TikTok? Okay, well, okay, fine. Let's go to TikTok real quick and see what Becky Sucrose is up to. I am a little curious. We're gonna do, like, Streamception again, I guess. Why TikTok, though, Sugar? Honestly, of all fucking things, why TikTok? Where is Distracto Vision? I'm gonna bring up the little one now. So, here she is doing her signings. Is that Steg or is that like Mega Steven that she's doing right now? I should probably turn the sound on. Does she have music going? She doesn't have music going. Okay, I can leave my music on. What's this little sapphire plush back there? I want one! She's very quiet. I don't know why. I don't know what else I expected, though. She's always quiet. I don't know if you guys can't see the sapphire behind the vision and Distracto Vision right now. Yeah, I honestly, I feel that it must be really hard to do a sketch in Sharpie that you only have one go at. with like hundreds of people watching. I would be fucking nervous too. I already hate people watching me draw, but at least I'm doing it digitally. I can just erase whatever. Man, those posters look fucking crisp, though. I can't wait to get one. Does she have a stamp for her signature? That's kind of cute. God, look at her sketch, man. See, you can see how often I go over my lines. Like, I get so heavy-handed. And, oh, she's doing rainbow quartz. Cool. I'm so heavy-handed, and I'm so afraid to, like, sketch in direct ink like that. God, it makes me so nervous. I can't do it. I wish I could be as confident to do, like, as simple lines as her. I need to practice more is my problem. I always have to, I'm so wedded to construction lines. Look, we're actually...
Pearl fusion idea, which was coral, like dating back to the pilot.
I need to tell Chick!
This character.
She almost considered doing a coral!
I could share some drawings.
I'll have to tell Chekhov after stream. Cause Chekhov has a pink pearl, white diamond Steven fusion called Coral. That's in the White Diamond Steven AU.
Thank you so much.
God, she's so quiet.
Thank you, Jeffrey. You're such an awesome-
Bullshit your Ruby in your relationship, Sugar. You are so fucking quiet. Maybe she has a more passionate side we don't usually see. I don't know. I know, like... Oh god, I wish I had such good line confidence.
That
I guess we're just...
introduction sequence was the
I guess we're just gonna restream Rebecca for the rest of the stream. Let's just do that.
He's hanging out and helping me right now.
Oh, Ian's in the background. Ian cameo. Oh, she does have a little stamp for, like... Oh, it's a little thank you stamp. That's so cute.
Streamed,
On a little rose
a
stamp.
poster that he completed
Oh.
over
Check
on
that
YouTube.
out.
It's also available.
Custom-made rose quartz stamp.
Thank you so much, Jeffrey. I hope you like this Rainbow 2.0.
Man, the print quality on those are really good. I'm happy I'm getting one. It cost $100 to get one, by the way. Between the Streamly costs and the shipping and the cost that goes to her. So, but it was worth it. Ian and Becca, mom and dad, everybody.
For Blue Diamond.
Mom and dad of the SU fandom. Oh, Blue Diamond. It's interesting the variety of characters people are asking for. I should be drawing too while I'm watching her draw. This is Inception! Ugh. I think my problem is I can't really picture the drawing on the paper, like the full drawing on the paper. I kind of have to construct things as I go. That one might be yours? Oh, she didn't like it, so she's gonna redo it. Is she looking up reference art of Pink Diamond herself? I mean, Blue Diamond. She's looking up references of Blue Diamond for herself. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, this is who Lily Orchid thinks is a terrible, horrible piece of shit. Wow, so she was like, she's like willing to like start over again if she didn't like how the sketch was coming out. I wonder if they got these printed themselves, like locally or something. She has like she has like a bunch of them. It is very good printing, I have to say. I used to work in print, so mind me like going, oh yes, yes, that looks like that looks like 20-pound matte paper. Yes, yes. Well, matte cardstock, anyway. I'm being a fucking print nerd over here. Lily just made a community post on her channel talking about how she's going to be going on Twitch Saturday to talk about Hazbin Hotel and probably Steven Universe. What do you mean her bleed lines? Bleed lines are, you don't need bleed lines for this poster. It's got a white background. What are you talking about? You know what, though? I also look at my own art sometimes for reference, especially with how I draw Jasper's hair. So, I shouldn't be laughing at her. I'm gonna... It's probably digitally printed, Kaiser. It's probably digitally printed. Relax. It is very crisp, though. But yeah, that's pretty cool that, you know, she didn't like how the sketch was coming out. She said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna waste an entire poster and do it again. That's class act right there. Actions speak louder than words, kids. And she's barely speaking because she's very quiet.
Thank you, Just Marie. I hope this reached...
I guess that makes me the anti-Rebecca because I am very loud. And we all know this. I wonder if they're gonna ship them flat.
9.
Wow, great.
I mean, it wouldn't matter if they do or not.
Mitch, a request for Garnet. I'd love
If
to
your
have Garnet.
if your poster comes rolled up, honestly, all you need to do is like
Early years of the show.
lay it down and put it under some books for a while to flatten it back out. Because I'm definitely gonna get a frame for mine.
You know, basically a whole season ahead.
Well, this looks like it's matte cardstock and not glossy, so that's probably why it's a little easier for her to use a Sharpie on it. I'm actually giving art thing now. I'm talking over her though.
Big smiles, but it's like that had not aired yet. You'd never seen.
Okay,
Garnet
I'm
happy
going
like
to
that.
turn you up,
Really not
Sugar, and I'm going to
until
turn
we
my music down.
Stefani, does she ever smile like that? And so I was waiting. I was excited for those episodes to come out so that people would know why I was drawing Garnet with these big smiles.
Deadbeat Girl, I think you can still find Steven Universe on Max, but I think some of it's missing. Or at least the movie's missing. You can rent the movie on YouTube, though. Or Prime, or pretty much anywhere. I own all the episodes on iTunes, personally. I own every episode of Steven Universe and Future and the movie all on iTunes. And I can scrub out the DRM and back them up if I want to. I owe her 30% of my revenue. No, I'm the Negaverse Rebecca. There you go.
Accidentally say anything that we hadn't revealed in the show yet.
There you go. You can rewatch The Sopranos while you're watching SU. Perfect.
It's kind of nice that.
I need to watch the Prime Fallout show still. Everybody's bugging me to watch that.
Now I hope you like this, Mitch. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, and she's numbering them too. Oh, she's numbering them.
For tuning in, and I mean
that makes it more valuable, actually.
In the future. I just really love getting an opportunity to.
Maybe I shouldn't have my depressing ass music on in the background for this. There's more depressing music.
This is for Dietrich Mann. Steven is my favorite character. S is my favorite. And I would love a cute drawing of him, so I may possibly get it tattooed. That's a lot of pressure. I will do my best to do a really good Steven drawing for you.
I want to get a quick sketch tattooed personally, but that's just me there. I put on some more positive sounding music. She is kind of adorable though, honestly.
Perfect quintessential Steven Universe future Steven.
Yeah, sassy 16-year-old Steven, who is best Steven. I will not have any arguments. I don't know. Sugar said that blue gems can choose not to have feet or not. So, blue may very well just slide around like a fucking Gumby or a chess piece.
This is 2.
I mean, now she floats around on clouds. You think that bitch wants to walk? 16-year-old Steven is only Steven? No. The blue is kind of a slug. I love how, like, even after the Empire falls, Yellow Diamond is still the only one doing any real work.
It will work for you.
Poor Yellow.
Classic.
I mean, think about it. Wait was standing in her own head all the time.
I'd like that to be a happy Steven Universe future Steven.
Aww.
If you're gonna share yourself.
She suddenly got loud and I paid attention.
I really hope you like it.
But yeah, White was standing in her head for centuries. Blue was off crying at every place Pink had ever been. Yellow was the only one, like, running the Empire, if you think about it. Yeah, Sapphire just floats. She don't need feet. No feet for you, foot fetishists. I'm sorry, Sugar. I'm ruining your fucking stream here with my awful comments. I'm sorry, Mom. Who was younger than me.
In a lot of ways, so it's really meaningful. Thank you so much. I really hope you like it, and it's such an honor that you're thinking of getting a tattoo of Steven or of one of my drawings. If you do, I really hope I'll get a chance to see it.
Listen to how gracious she is. How gracious and respectful she is, and this is who Lily Orchid thinks is a terrible person. Gomenasai, Sugar Senpai.
This next one is for Val. Pearl is my favorite character. I would love a doodle of her if possible.
I don't know why I thought it was only 5 getting signed on stream. It was probably way more than that. Something said 1 of 5. I just probably misread it. Everyone forgets I'm old as fuck, because no one believes that I am, because I keep up with the young people speak. My secret is Urban Dictionary. It always tells me what the new slang means. Mama Sucrose. I'm drawing Garnet too big. Look at me, I'm drawing at the same time as Rebecca Sugar. Squee!
You like it? Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the show. I'm gonna give her a little brow while I'm at it.
She can draw Pearl super fast, though. Didn't have to look up anything. That tells you something.
Thank you.
She drew that Pearl in like less than a minute.
I'd like to shout out and thank all the comments I'm seeing coming in from Brazil. I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled to hear from you.
The Brazilians are here.
A while ago, and I loved it, and I really want to return.
I would not be surprised if SU is pretty popular in LatAm.
Again.
I do get a lot of Spanish asks myself, so, or at least I used to.
The Brazilian Steven fans are incomparable.
I guess I know they don't speak Spanish in Brazil, but you know what I mean.
Request. I love a chance to draw
LatAm in general. Are Blu-rays even relevant anymore? Everything's gone digital now.
Request for Peridot.
Peridot! Man, I'm glad that people ask for so many different characters. Okay, yeah, it sounds like she has a pile of those.
If there's an archive, because I signed their poster. Let me know who's in the chat, and I could try to find it. And I'll figure out how to archive this as well. I'm figuring out TikTok in real time.
Can you archive streams on TikTok?
Yeah, can you archive this?
I think so.
Okay.
Sugar, you're too much of a millennial to use TikTok. It's a Zoomer app.
I believe so. I believe so.
I mean, a pile of posters I think she has over there. It sounds like she's taking them out of a box. I'm just fascinated with how these posters were made. They must have had them made themselves. Hispanics do love their battle shonen power level media. They do. Even though Steven Universe isn't a shonen battle anime as much as some of us wish it was.
For Lorraine, thank you so much for your request. Stamp as well. I hope someday you might get to meet Shelby, Peridot's voice. Shelby is amazing.
I'm gonna have to like run off to feed the animals at some point, but I think I'll just mute myself and leave up Distracto-Vision for you guys.
A lot of the tap dancing that Pearl does in Mr. Greg, so it's actually Peridot's VA.
Oh yeah, the tap dancing in the movie too.
Pearl sequence.
Was Shelby Robara, I knew that. She's apparently very, very accomplished at tap.
And when you hear the tap dancing too, that's actually her tapping.
No. No! Log in for a full live experience! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! How dare you, TikTok! Can I say not now? Ugh. Fine, hang on a second. Let me just sacrifice one of my email addresses real quick. Alright, hang on, I got it loading back up. Hello? Stream? Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're back. God damn it, TikTok, I wish the government did ban you.
It must be so much fun working working on your project.
You deserve to be banned now, TikTok. How dare you do this to me? Who's she drawing? I didn't catch it. No, we missed it. Looks like it's Pearl again, though.
I'm really personally of the mind that drawing and writing are not really different practices, it's just two different levels of, two different ways of expressing and describing what you mean.
Well, that'll piss off Lily Arkin when she's saying that writing and drawing are kind of like the same thing.
Story.
As we know, artists can't be writers.
All of the art is aligned with the story that we're telling. Thank you so much, Brian.
I think the Chinese have to sell it off to an American company to have TikTok still exist here. I think that's the deal is. Yeah, Lily can't write or draw, but she thinks she can have fucking opinions on who can write and draw. No, I wanted to do Pearl at a more dynamic angle. I might try. Now, how dare I be multi-talented? Writing, drawing, voice acting, kind of. Alright, maybe I'll work on this Pearl for a bit.
Next one.
Before I try to tackle a different angle of that. I'm going way too far for a shit post as usual.
And it says,
Lily doesn't even draw! Lily makes her wife draw for her!
I'm excited to see you're still making art, especially since SU inspired me to make my own.
No, all the art you see associated with Lily is her wife. She can't even draw herself.
Thank you so much. It's my favorite thing to hear. That the show...
yeah, that's why I don't make fun of the art, because it's the wife's art, and I got no beef with the wife. I'm not gonna be mean about it.
And also, it's been a thrill to get to
I'm not gonna say her art is the best. She definitely needs some more practice, but you know...
Art.
TikTok? TikTok! Stop fucking with me, TikTok!
It's been a thrill to get to know the community.
Give me Mama Sucrose!
People are... Also...
Zero Ren is actually talented. I don't know why they make fan art for Lily, of all people. Your art's good, Kaiser. You can use some practice, but you improve every time you upload, so that's a good thing. Michaela doesn't, unfortunately.
I've done a jacket pearl, so let me do that.
She's doing jacket pearl. I thought the last one was jacket pearl. Oh, maybe I made that up in my head. I'm seeing things again. How do I zoom in better again? Fucking TikTok, I hate you. Fucking hate TikTok. Of all the platforms you could be on, Sugar, why this? Why? This is the one thing you've done that I hate, Sugar. Look, I like to pick on Lily because Lily is a piece of shit, and what I can bring to the table is just utterly humiliating her because that's gonna bruise her little ego because she's a fucking narcissist. So, and then people give me money for it, and it's win-win. There's literally no downside. Except let me, I gotta, oh wait, if I pay the toll, it'll switch tabs though. I guess I've done a lot of stamps. I don't have the Lily
always for
art
different signings, but I've never
on
done
this
a
layout.
before, so I'm really excited about that. It's one of my earliest favorite colors, and one of my earliest words, according to my parents, was magenta. Here's this pearl. Thank you so much. I'm really excited.
Like a nerd.
That you're making art on TikTok, and I'm really grateful to everyone making art on TikTok because it's really been an inspiration to me to get on here. I really appreciate it.
Do I need to get on TikTok to get Senpai to notice me?
Alright.
Must I?
This next one is for Ivan. Favorite character is Future Steven. I love that. I will definitely draw that.
Well, she's filming in portrait mode because it's fucking TikTok. Most people are probably watching this on their phones. Kids don't know how to use computers. Magenta is also an interesting color because it doesn't fucking exist. It's a hallucination of our brains and the way our eyes take in light. Really. I want her eye to be like twitching. Because Pearl's at her funniest when she's freaking out. Of course, I had to have her nose covering her other eye because it's funny to draw Pearl's nose just like... We're all gonna have to accept that the future is on mobile devices, unfortunately. It's like how I started drawing my comics way skinnier so they look better on phone screens. You gotta get with the times sometimes, unfortunately.
We were all so excited when we were gonna age Steven up that he was gonna have a neck. That was a really big deal because solving the place where his head meets his body was always really challenging.
Yes, Sugar, it is! I fucking hate that design! I cheat and give him a neck all the time.
He'll have a neck, he's gonna have a neck. That's like when he grows up, that's what he gains.
Why'd you have to make him such a pain in the ass to draw?
Because he had experimented with older forms earlier, but the idea that that was gonna become the new normal was really big for us. Here's a feature Steven for you, Ivan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your request. And this is the last one.
Last one.
From Alexandria.
Last one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last one for on-screen, I think.
Favorite character is the first Obsidian. That is an amazing request.
The first Obsidian?
So the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, people are doing deep cuts on these, huh? You can see my Pearl, so there you go. Pearl was my favorite character until Spinel came along, unfortunately. Pearl might even be in third place under Jasper now. It's terrible. It's okay, I still have a crush on Dee Dee. I don't have a crush on Pearl, I have a crush on Dee Dee Magnowall. Did you ask for Cat Steven when you did yours? That's amazing. Sorry, Sanchini, that's just the social media grind.
Very, very cool.
That's a really good request.
Yeah.
She also had to look it up, which is so funny.
And this is
Now imagine that I relate to Pearl, the middle-aged neurotic lesbian. Yeah, imagine that.
Thank you so much. What a cool one to end on, too. Thank you. Wow.
And again, look how fucking gracious she is to her fans. Take some fucking notes, Lily Orchard. Lily Orchard's fans will ask her a simple question. She'll be like, "Why are you asking me this, you moron?"
The original Obsidian, ringlets and all. Huge thanks to so many people contributed to that design. Guy Davis, my brother Steven.
And there she is saying everybody who contributed to the design, not taking credit for it herself. Look at that. Like Lily characterizes her.
And that's the end. That's the end of these. Were all through this site, Streamily. If you're interested in a poster, unsigned versions of it are there right now. And then there's a lot I'm going to also sign not on the stream to send out to people. When I finish all of those, I'll open the shop up again and I'll do more. So keep an eye on the off-camera ones I'm gonna do.
Hear that, guys? She's gonna reopen signing these posters eventually.
And then I'll be back to do more in the summer. So please, I hope that you'll keep an eye out for that. If you just search my name on Streamily, you'll find it. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And thanks for bearing with me as I'm figuring out TikTok Live and figuring out virtual signing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Here, I'm gonna just say hi and bye to everyone. Bye. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Oh, she's got short hair again.
It's really nice to have your company. And I hope to do more of this. I've been really amazed at...
Oh, she's about as gray as I am now.
The new drawing. And a thank you to Danny Hines, who inked this poster, and also Angie Wang, who did the text, who are both members of the Crooniverse, and it's really exciting to get a chance to work with them again on a new piece of art. Thank you all so much. And I hope that everyone who requested a poster got to see me draw it for them, but if not, I'm going to try to figure out how to get this up somewhere so that people have access to it.
Nope. Okay. Bye. That was abrupt. That was pretty cool. I'm glad we decided to start watching that simultaneously. That was cute. But yeah, you see how fucking professional and gracious she is, you know? And Lily Orchid would try to have you believe that she's some horrible, self-centered monster who takes credit for everything in the show. Projection. Sure, pure fucking projection. Yes, I had Undertale music going on in the background there. Now we have Mass Effect music. Hooray! I will probably go a little longer myself. I will have to feed the pets soon, though, but I will probably just do my be right back scene. But, yeah. So yeah, mine's getting signed off stream, but did you hear that? She said after she's done signing all of these and getting them all shipped out, she's gonna reopen getting off and on streams. So yeah, so you also can pay $100 to get one of those posters, I suppose. I am using a brush called Perfect Pencil. I wish I could zoom in on this for you guys. It's from the asset store for Clip Studio Paint, so somebody made this, but I like it because it has tilt support, and it basically works like an actual pencil. It's good shit. This is what I always sketch in now. Imagine watching an art stream this sinister looking. ER is a piece of shit, mostly. I mean, I've said before, I'm not gonna react to ER and Easy Peasy's videos because they're actually fucking racist and terrible. So, let's see what ER's been up to, though, because I am just kind of curious. Not much, I guess. Talking about Avatar, I guess. But yeah, like, the ER and Easy Peasy videos aren't even, like, funny to react to. They're just disgusting. So, I'm not gonna play those on my stream. No, I might... No, Ahile 2018, I missed the on-stream, purchases, but I got an off-stream, signing purchase. So, I will be getting mine in the mail, eventually. Is there a semi-perfect pencil and an imperfect pencil? Ooh. Yeah. And not just grifters, but they're like, I mean, like, which one was it Easy, I think? Was it Easy who, like, every single voice actor who wasn't white, he, like, put a bucket of fried chicken next to them to act like them not being white is a problem? Like, yeah, I'm not fucking playing that on my stream. No. And yes, we have Miracle Musical on, because I realize I can play it on YouTube if I do revenue sharing. So, it's back on the music list. It's not just ill-advised records all the time, because it's like the only fucking thing I can play. They're both fucking racist, because like at least Lily, I will give Lily the benefit of the doubt that she probably is racist, but isn't very aware of it. And, like, she's one of those woke scolds who will try to be anti-racist and end up saying something really, really, really fucking racist instead, you know? So... Oh, American McGee's Alice. I don't know if the third game's ever coming out, or did it come out? Did it come out? Wait a minute, did it come out? Cause... I kept hearing about it, and seeing things from it, and then it kind of disappeared. No, but they were making a 3-1 Kaiser. They were making a 3-1, yeah, a third one Kaiser. I've played Madness Returns. I actually really like Madness Returns. Maybe we'll do it on stream eventually, because I do want to start game streaming more after Wani. No, they were coming up with a third Alice They were coming up with a third American McGee's Alice. They were. I swear they were. But there's been, like, concept art. Not much else, unfortunately. So... Oh, they stopped. Damn it. No, but yeah, yeah, maybe I'll do Alice Madness Returns on stream sometime, because I've played that one a couple of times, but I do enjoy it. I tried streaming the original game one time, but it was so buggy and awful I couldn't finish it. This is when I was, like, streaming games for, like, 8 people, so, you know... Yeah. No, see, that's the thing. My exact problem why I can't sketch like she does is I don't have line confidence. I get very nervous if I'm not using construction lines. It's hard for me to just sketch in ink. I should probably practice it more, though. The one thing I've been wanting to do, and I might make a video out of it, even though I don't script videos, but I might make a recorded video out of it, is I do kind of want to go back through Better Call Saul and do studies of, like, the framing, and do them in, like, black and white ink like an old comic book. Because, I swear to God, you could learn so much about comic book paneling from watching Better Call Saul, I swear. It's just the way they compose frames and compose shots. So... Easy tried to dox somebody? For fuck's sake. You did hear a funny story from the crate about encountering woke people during development? Oh god, yeah, I don't want woke people working on Alice. You know, it's already got quite a number of themes that wokies might not appreciate. He tried to dox Mr. Enter? Why? What would be the point of doing that? No, Cheese Wheels, I've never really done pixel art. Honestly, pixel art is like... It's kind of... I mean, I've edited, like, Minecraft skin sprites and shit, that's about it. But, like, pixel art is, like, its whole medium, with its own rules. So, there is somebody in my Discord right now who's been showing off their pixel art. I've been trying to give advice, but, you know, again, it is a very, very different, it is very, very... Actually, it's Puke Princess on the other chat. Actually. And by the way, if you want to pay a $1 due to my Patreon or my channel memberships, you can get into my Discord. Much like Lily Orchard, it's $1 to get in. But if you stop pledging after that, I don't care. You can stay in the Discord. It doesn't matter. So it's just a tiny, tiny little gate just to keep out random weirdos. Really. So. And also, if you sign up for either of those, you'll get access to a little digital goodie bag of Switcheroo themed background wallpapers and avatars and shit that I've made out of, like, you know, the high-res versions of my art. So, which I do need to update very badly soon. But if you do have a request for a piece of art to be in that little digital goodie bag and you're a patron or a channel member, you can say, hey, how about this, could you make avatars and shit, and I can probably get around to it. Though I have to get used to using Affinity Designer now that I've completely axed Adobe out of my life. So, I've never watched Sensitive Society. I don't think I even know what that is. So imagine doxing Mr. Enter. Of all people. Like, what would that even do? Is it even worth doxing? I mean... Surely it wasn't over the 9/11 thing. This had to be earlier than that, right? Oh, just because he's a YouTuber? Hope somebody doesn't try to dox me one day. I'll probably hit whoever comes over to my house with a baseball bat. If they can find it out in the swamp where I live. Okay. I just felt like inking now, so we're gonna ink. I'll probably adjust the other stuff on screen. Hopefully I'll have this done in the next couple of days. Oh no, they found all 170 plus scripts for growing around. No! I still maintain that growing around could have worked If he was smart about how he wrote it. If you wrote it like it's from the perspective of a child, and so, like, it doesn't have any, like, real-world logic, that would make more sense. So, yeah, but instead, he writes it like it's a serious world-building thing, which, you know, there's no way you can actually make that work, because it makes no goddamn sense. You know, if he had written it like Axe Cop, or just, like, hired a 5-year-old to come up with the story, it could have worked better, you know? Oh, yes, I'm in Rhode Island. Come find me. I'll kill you with coffee syrup and chowder. The ink brush is, I can't pronounce what it's actually called. I think it's called Real G Pen, and then it's a bunch of Japanese. This is the inker I use because it forces me to make continuous lines because of how, like, blobby and sensitive it is. So to get myself out of my own bad habits, I had forced myself to use this inker. So, and this is what I primarily use now. Let me see if I can find the... Oh, wait, even if I bring up the asset store, I won't be able to see it just because of the way Clip Studio captures. But if you look up Real G Pen and you see something that looks like, you know, like this, that's the one. I changed it to Gel Inker for my own purposes, because the name is entirely in Japanese if you load it into Clip Studio. So... Oh, yeah, it would have a number. You're right. You are correct, sir. Hang on a second. Let me go into my downloads and just see what its number is. I mean, it's a very difficult ink brush to use, so I will say that, but again, I use it purposefully to make myself do art better. I deliberately handicapped myself to get out of my own habits. Okay, the asset store is like, it just crashed on me. That's what's wonderful. I might just have to send it to you on Twitter later. Oh wait, now I'm logged in, okay. Oh, you watched the Utena movie? What'd you think of that, Jaden? Because even if you've watched the entire show, the Utena movie is a lot. It's a lot. Alright, here we go. I'm getting into the asset store now. God, it's so slow today. I don't know why. Alright. Just show me my own download so I can find the... I'm gonna actually Real G Pen. Let me just search it real quick and see if it comes up. No, none of these are it. Damn it. Okay, let me go into my downloads. The movie is off the rails, but I do argue that the movie is also a sequel as well as a retelling. I have my reasons. Just trust me on that one. Get really high, watch the Utena movie on one screen and End of Evangelion on the other. I think you would end up like one of those people who like has a permanent LSD trip they're stuck in if you do that. You know? Where is this goddamn tool? You've derailed the entire stream. Because I'm obsessed with looking for this. Why can't I search my downloads, you stupid piece of shit? Oh, there's the spring 3D object I used to do that one drawing of Spinel. Well, I'm saying specifically the Utena movie is a sequel and a retelling of the show at the same time. Because Utena, it can fucking do that. Utena gonna Utena. Actually, I think I had an old reel too, right? Ah, there it is! I found it! Okay, it's called Pressure G Pen. I'm an idiot. Let me see if I can bring it up on the, browser. Actually, hang on. I know how to do this. Hang on. Hang on. You can bring up the web version of the asset store and plug in the number. Why is your asset store so fucking slow? Okay. Finally. There we go. So this is pressure G pen. The number is, oops, 1763672. You want to find it. So this is the inking pen I always use because again it really forces me to draw continuous lines without stopping, which I had a really bad habit of kind of like segmenting my lines too much and being too sketchy and breaking up figures too much, so this really like forced me to change the way I draw, which is why I use it. Sometimes it's the only way to get better is to just fucking force yourself. Oh, Jaden, it's artistic nudity. You know, you don't see nips or anything, so it's artistic. So... Also, I should trust that anyone trying to watch Utena now is an adult, but... Where's my Pearl reference? I have so many fucking tabs open right now. And also, at the end of the Utena movie, a bunch of people turn into cars. It makes perfect fucking sense, okay? But seriously, it actually does, though, especially if you realize what cars represent in Utena. But I never learned what cars represented in Utena until I listened to the fucking commentary and the director just outright say it. So... basically, the way he explained it is... like, cars represent adulthood. Because driving a car is something you can only do as an adult. Just like having sex is something you only do as an adult, which is why cars are linked to sex a lot in Utena. It's a whole thing, but I need to go feed the animals, actually, so I will be right back. Blech. Alright, the aminules have been fed. I will probably wrap up in 20 minutes anyway, because I also need to be fed. I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm on a very weird eating schedule. Oh yeah, the new Planet of the Apes movie. I haven't seen any of the remakes. Like the new remakes, not the Burton one. I saw the Burton one, it was awful. But I've heard the new ones are actually pretty good. And I actually like the old Apes movies. I think I've mentioned this before, but like, one time when I was like in junior high or something, my brother and I were both homesick with strep throat, and we were bored out of our fucking minds. And there was like a whole marathon of Planet of the Apes running all day on like TBS or something. And we were like, oh, let's watch the funny old monkey movie, and that'll pass the time. And they ended up being really good. And we were like, wow, these movies are actually, like, fucking good. So I kind of became a fan of the Planet of the Apes movies, even the later ones. So, like, I think maybe it would be interesting to see the new one, because it looks like they're kind of following the same story of how the ape uprising started, but in the original continuity, it was a little dumber. Basically, in the second movie, they blow up the Earth, the Planet of the Apes, they blow it up, so... they figured there's definitely not going to be a sequel after that, but the studio was like, we want a sequel. So they said, fine. So the third movie was Zira and Cornelius, the two main ape characters from the first two movies, getting back in the spaceship that Charlton Heston used to get to the Planet of the Apes and taking it back in time to our Earth in the 1970s. And then they have a baby who ends up being the one who incites the ape uprising in the first place. So it's like a time paradox. And that sounds really fucking retarded, I know, but it's actually a good movie, like, despite that. Unbelievably so. Like, a sequel nobody wanted to make, with a really dumb premise, actually turned out to be a really good movie. So... yeah, I've heard that the new ones are pretty damn good. I think I'm just traumatized by the Burton one, because the Burton one was so fucking bad. It was such an insult to what the original movies were. So... and of course, you couldn't have Zira and Cornelius, you had to have Helena Bonham Carter Ape, and all the humans could talk for some reason, which is completely fucking stupid and misses the point. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the Burton one. And then the ending made no goddamn sense at all. So, had fucking Abraham Lincoln statue at the end. Like, how did that even fucking work? What do you want my opinion? Oh god. And we're catching back up with chat. Well, Wolf MXXN, you should consider that there are plenty of people who consider queer to be an offensive word, because during my generation it was a slur that we did not want to be called, so I think a lot of the younger generation should be cognizant of that. I've said it before, but, my homosexuality is without a doubt the least weird thing about me, so no, I don't want to be called queer, thank you. At least not for being homosexual. But, yeah, I do think some more people should be more cognizant of that, and also I'm not happy with how many straight people are comfortable throwing the word queer around these days. No, thank you. Yeah, that's kind of that's our word situation, you know? No, you don't get to do that. I just wanted to throw that in because I saw it in chat while I was off feeding my dog. Well, it's like in gay company, I'll call myself a dyke sometimes, but, you know, if somebody else calls me that, it's like, no, that's my word. Fuck you. You're not allowed. Oh, you're turning the swords into kitchen knives to match the Omori theme. That's actually... It does sound like a very Earthbound move, Jaden, so that seems like it's very, very in line with what Omori is. Handlebars. Is that the same band? I like this song. I heard it in somebody else's YouTube video, and I was like, this is fucking fire. And it's like... It's registered on YouTube as, like, a song that's free to license at any time, so you can just play it on YouTube. Which I think is a smart thing for some musicians to do, because guess what? I heard the song on YouTube, and then I went out and bought it on iTunes. It led to a sale. Funny how that happens. Well, I mean, kitchen knives are kind of, they're like a mundane thing, unlike swords and Utena. Kitchen knives are kind of mundane, and Earthbound, which inspired Omori, is very much based on, like, the fantastical in the mundane, you know? That sort of thing. I don't know if I'm explaining myself exactly well, but... Oh, for God's sakes, weeb is not like... We came up with weeaboo, you know? And weeaboo was an old joke in a webcomic that had nothing to do with anime, actually. I forget how it even became, like... Wait, I think I know how. Because we used to call, like, cringy anime fans Wapanese, which is probably a bit of an outdated thing now. Because of another thing we used to call white kids who wished they were black, which I'm not going to say right now because it's a little offensive. But Wapanese at some point became weeaboo, which became weeb. So, that's just the internet for you. In fact, I can show you where weeaboo came from. The dog is barking. I can show you where it came from, because I know. Because I was there. I was there in the old internet days, children. I know the old lore. Anyway, this is where weeaboo comes from. It was a completely nonsensical comic. If we waste any more time on weeaboo, we'll be bankrupt by the end of the month. Did somebody say weeaboo? Because I think I just heard someone say weeaboo, and then they paddle him. It's a complete non sequitur. That's what this webcomic is, the Perry Bible Fellowship. It's just very random, absurdist humor. Yeah. So somehow that became slang for anime fans instead of Wapanese, and then it just got shortened to weeb. Isn't language funny? Especially internet language. And we were there. Do not speak of the old magic to me, witch, for I was there when it was written. Anyway. Okay, so he's in a cycle of suffering for 4 years. Okay, the old text, my mistake. I probably should have looked up the fucking quote, but I was quoting Chronicles of Narnia in case anybody doesn't know. Which I have read Chronicles of Narnia, actually. I read the books before the movies were ever even made. Because I was a nerd. Are they yaoi paddles? I don't know. Don't ask me how yaoi paddling started. I could not even fucking tell you. I'm not a straight girl. I can't explain it to you. Are we talking about the fucking ethics of saying retard again? I'm kind of glad we're bringing it back, because I think, I don't know. It feels like that was like the crux. That was the start of the woke scolds, you know, saying, like, such and such is problematic and now you have to change, and now every other person is declaring everything problematic just so they have an excuse to bitch at people. And it's like, you know what? Fuck you. We're not playing this game no more. Oh, Alice says, the queerest shop I have ever seen. Yeah, because queer means weird. And it was used to mean weird until, like, even the 90s. You know? So when you're calling somebody queer for being gay, you're saying they're weird for being gay. And you might be able to see why some people don't appreciate that, especially people like me, who lived through the fucking AIDS crisis. Or at least enough to remember it as a kid. And, you know, remember people using that word in a very harmful, hurtful way, and maybe we don't want to fucking hear it, you know? So, I think these kids who like to throw it around should maybe be a little more considerate. Is that so much to ask? Someone made a video on the history of the yaoi paddle. Was it Sarah Z? It had to be Sarah Z or Jenny Nicholson. I bet you any fucking thing it was. I'll have to go find it. Yeah, see, like, the F slur and the D slur are a little different, kitty foe, because, like, a lot of gay people do use those in same company, you know, when the straight people aren't around, but it's still a little different. Again, I am not comfortable with how comfortable straight people are with throwing queer around these days. It's like they're almost excited that they get to say it again, you know? I don't fucking like it. Also, what's the scariest part of your AU, Jaden? Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat. I think John Williams, it was always just that certain types of gay people were happy calling themselves queer because they wanted to be in-your-face rebels, and then other gay people were like, I'm just a fucking normal person who happens to like the same sex. I don't need all this extra bullshit. And I think we're having the same exact problem today, to be honest. There's always been those people that are like, no, gay people should be on the fringes of society and be weirdo freaks who freak out the squares. That's what we're supposed to be. And then the rest of us are like, you can go off and do that. That's fine. The rest of us are going to be over here marching for our fucking rights to be equal under the law, thanks. You know? You can go be a little freak show at the leather bar all you fucking want. That has nothing to do with the rest of us. You know? Why is twink I had a friend of mine ask me the other day, is like, is twink a bad word to say? I'm like, why would twink be a bad word to say? Where is this coming from? Twink just means a young gay man, usually white and blonde, in his 20s, who's just very skinny and boyish. That's a twink. That's all it means. Just a young, boyish gay man in his 20s who's like a clubber, who's like a scene kid. It's not a permanent state of being. They will grow out of it, literally, because they will get old, and they can't be a twink anymore. So... Again, that's what I'm saying, though, Princess Pom Pom. People will just make up that a word is now problematic, so they have an excuse to bitch at people. They're like these consulting companies in video games that just invent problems to solve. So, like, I saw somebody a while ago saying, don't say spooky during Halloween, because spook used to be a pejorative for black soldiers in World War II. That is completely irrelevant to this decade. You know? Well, see, people making autistic an insult is because we stopped saying retard, so just say retard if you mean retard. Don't say autistic. No such thing as an 80-year-old twink. Twinks usually grow into queens, okay? Look, there's a whole gay evolution chart. I mean, I guess you could kind of argue that bitch is a slur if it's used specifically to mean women, but nobody uses bitch to mean specifically women anymore, barely ever, you know? Because, I mean, bitch does literally mean female dog. That's what you call a female dog, is a bitch. It's not even, like, a swear in that context. Because, like, well, I mentioned earlier that I work at a dog breeder, as my in-person job for, like, my bi-weekly steady paycheck, and I like to joke that every weekend I'm covered in bitches. Because it's technically true. I remember when I was still working in printing, we were doing the printing for like a magazine that went out like twice a year for like a kennel club, and like one of their categories in that magazine was best brood bitches. And I was like, that's gonna be the name of my all-female heavy metal band. No, the Spanish word for black is not a bad word. Obviously, the Spanish word for black is negro, which is different than us saying negro, which is what we used to call black people in, like, the 60s. So, which, you can still find that word being used academically or in some organizational names now, but you're not supposed to say it no more. Because it's kind of, like, still, like, separating them from other people. So I agree with that one. But yeah, the people who see, like, negro frijoles in the grocery store and freak out are uncultured, and they need to learn that other languages exist. Or like the fucking people that went through the Spanish version of the Spider-Man game and like tried to make all the Spanish gender neutral and then which just made it completely incomprehensible. Like, you know, you can't just keep forcing your fucking American values on foreign shit, especially when it like literally will make it make no sense. You know? Like, oh no, okay, we're so inclusive. We have a Spanish version, so no Spanish person can even fucking understand what's being said because you fucked up the entire language for your virtue signaling, basically. It's so dumb. I have a better personality. Yeah. I canonically get more bitches, you're right, yeah. Yeah, black beans. Frijoles negros. I fucking love black beans, too. They're my favorite kind of bean. Not sure, Jaden. I would say go through Omori again and find something you could use as symbolism that's equivalent. You know, again, I'm not that familiar with Omori's kind of, stuff. I just know the general overview of the story. They just, because the people translating it, I guess, probably didn't know it didn't make any sense. But I don't know who recorded it. I don't know if I think maybe it might have been, I don't know if it was the dialogue or if it was like the menu shit or something, but whatever they did, they just fucked up the Spanish completely for their American values, and it's like, there's a word for that, isn't it? Isn't it called colonization when you do stuff like that? You're allowed to laugh at, as a gringo, you are allowed to laugh at gringos, because Americans can be very fucking stupid, and I know this. I know I know I can be an ignorant American myself sometimes. I'm not gonna pretend I'm like better than a lot of Americans. I'm not gonna pretend I'm better than all other Americans. I'm still an American. I'm still a white American. I can't escape that. Oh yeah, there was Stellar Blade had graffiti that said hard, and then there was like an electric sign that said R nearby. And some people were making fun of that for saying hard R, even though that was clearly not the intent, and they went through and took it out anyway because they're so worried about oversensitive woke-skulled Americans. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and I think this is really why these people need pushback, because they just take these things so fucking far, you know? The Sweet Baby Inc. types, you know? Again, these people, these consulting companies, have to justify their own jobs. If there's no problems, they have no job. So what they do is they come to, like, the executive types who aren't on the creative side and say, you know, we will definitely make your game marketable by helping. And then they just go and bother the writers making all of these fucking changes that are unnecessary. I said 20 minutes. I think I will go a little longer, actually. We're getting into some interesting conversations now. There's a snack cake in Mexico that used to be called Negrito. Yeah, I can see that one being a problem. I can see that one being a problem. But yeah, so... I don't know, people are pointing out the hypocrisy. I mean, yeah, Stellar Blade is very cheesecakey and fan-servicey, and you can consider that kind of sexist, sure. You know, I'm probably not gonna play it, but, like, it has a right to exist. And also, people have been pointing out how hypocritical Sony is when it comes to censoring Asian games versus what it lets Western games get away with. Because people were pointing out, and they have a point, the people pointing out that, like, Larian Studios was able to have full frontal nudity in Baldur's Gate and let you fuck a bear, but, you know, this Korean character having her tatas out a bit is oh, that's too much. It has to be censored. Too much of her ass is showing. Meanwhile, there's a whole, like, disgusting sex scene in Last of Us 2 that is unskippable that they make you watch, you know? Yeah, I'm sympathetic to those arguments, because it's true. People always treat Asian properties as if they're, like, uniquely hypersexual, more so than American ones. Like, even like, back in the day, the way anime would get censored, it would be, like, shit that, like, a normal American cartoon would get away with fine. But because it was anime, it had to be censored. Like, I remember distinctly, there was one shot of Goku, like, on his trip to Namek, ready to take a bath. And he just hopped into the tub and you see his butt for a little bit. They had to make sure they animated a towel over his butt for that scene. And it's like, you know, any other American show would let you show a bare butt. They would. But because it was anime, it had to be censored, you know? So this has been a problem in media for a very long time, you know? So... well, I would be ready if I mean, I'll have enough time to prepare for the Utena streams. Like I said, I'm aiming for the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th for that. So, and I don't know, I think it would be fun to do the streams. Yeah, you can hear the puppy. I might have to go get her. Hang on a second. Now, see, there was a different car in the neighbor's driveway, and that had to be barked at. It's a thing that wasn't there before. It's new. It's funny you say the best thing about Last of Us 2 is the gore, because, like, that's part of the ludonarrative dissonance with that game, where they're trying to say, oh, violence bad, violence so bad, but then you're, like, headshotting motherfuckers and they force you to kill a dog, you know? It's like, yeah, okay. You know, I mean, I didn't play it, I'm not a PlayStation player, so, but, you know, I followed a lot of the drama around it, and I can see both sides of it, but I do think they really kind of screwed the pooch with that game. And Neil Druckmann apparently, like, was really creepy and making, like, people, like, watch hardcore gore to get them in the mood for what they're supposed to be doing, and I don't know. I never heard of Muse, sorry. Yeah, but, like, it's just the hypocrisy that is shown between Asian media and shit that Western stuff is allowed to get away with, you know? And again, this has been a problem for a very long time. I guess she's barking at the car from inside the house now.
Ladies and gentlemen, my subject is disturbed tonight.
No, see, I can understand the people who didn't like Abby in Last of Us 2, because, like, you know, like, you're forcing us to play as, like, a completely new character nobody fucking cares about, and and having her kill off Joel in a really stupid way, because, like, I don't know, like, I don't think Joel dying is what people's problem was, because, yeah, you expect the old mentor to die once the character grows up, you know, that's pretty much just all of fiction ever, but, like, the way it happened was just stupid and out of character, you know? So I can be sympathetic to that. There's a Friday Night Funkin' update? You know, as much as I do stuff for Cougar, I've never played Friday Night Funkin'. I'm not good at rhythm games, so I don't really care about it, unfortunately. Oh yeah, the panty machine jokes. Like, that was something that happened once, and the cops dealt with it, but of course, after that, it's like, oh, did you know in Japan they sell used panties in vending machines, the Japanese are so perverted, you know, so it's like, yeah, so. Imagine if, like, every, like, single thing that happened here turned into, like, a rumor of, like, that's just what Americans do. Which I'm sure it does in some places, but... I remember, oh god, I remember years and years ago, some British people I knew online were telling me that they thought monster trucks were a joke the Simpsons made up. They had no idea they were actually real. That always made me laugh. You're like, Americans actually have monster trucks? Like, yeah! Isn't that normal? What do you mean that's crazy? Yeah, 4Kids, well, see, the censorship I'm talking about in Dragon Ball, though, was done by Funimation, believe it or not. Like, if you had told 14-year-old me that Funimation would be, like, one of the best, anime localizers of the future, I would not have believed it. You're right. Don't give away our secret, Senshini. They don't need to know that monster trucks aren't real. Yeah, I don't know. It's so strange. Like, it is xenophobia. It just is, you know? It's like how, like, early anime dubbing, like, places thought nothing of just chopping anime up to bits and making up their own story. Like, I think the original Voltron was, like, 3 different animes, like, cut together, too, or something crazy like that. And then, of course, there's the infamous Warriors of the Wind, which was the first dub of Nausicaa, where they just chopped it to bits and changed all the characters' names and changed the plot, and that's why Studio Ghibli didn't let America dub any of their shit for, like, a decade. So... yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think Joel dying is really the problem, because you expect the mentor character to die once the child character grows up. That's just what happens. But, like, the arguments people have made, like, he would never just, like, give out his name to a random person he just met, you know, and shit like that, or tell them about where he lives. I see that. And also, like, all he gives is his first name. How does she know this is the man she's looking for? It's so dumb. What if she killed, like, 3 other guys named Joel on her way here? You know? Like, come on. It's just bad storytelling, you know? And the way they seem to take glee in just, like, really, like, offing Joel and making you play this shitty new character nobody wanted, you know? Just gotta, yeah. Oh, that's why anime is super popular in Mexico and LatAm, huh? Maybe we'll just try to finish inking Pearl here, so I can get this joke up. I was also working on... oh, actually, it's in the same file. I tend to keep lots of different drawings in the same general file. I was working on this as well. I showed it in my Discord server the other day, but... Spinell's not done yet. That was a crappy sketch, but somebody also sent me an ask saying if I could design gems for every diamond court, what would they be? And I'm like, well, I kind of already have, though, because you have Star Sapphire, who's my Sapphire OC. She's an off-color who can see into the past, so she can see bits of anyone's past. She can't control it, though, so she might tell you your darkest secret, or about that time you ate a bug as a kid. You never know with her. And then there's Olivine, who is an Era 1 Peridot, and after Era 3, she decided, she decided to basically create Rapture, you know, the place where no artist will fear the censor, and no scientist will be held back by petty morality. And I think after I made her, I low-key realized I was kind of basing her on B.D. Wong's performance in Gotham as Dr. Hugo Strange. So, yeah, she's basically Gem Mengele. Gemgala, as my patrons have called her before. Maybe I'll do something with Olivine in the future. Like, I think after I finish all my planned Switcheroo stuff, maybe I'll pivot into, like, a slice of life about Little Homeworld, starring Jasper and Spinell, because why the fuck not? I mean, I always thought I was gonna pivot back into original work, but I'm kind of enjoying being a Steven Universe fan artist, and I'm doing other things and helping other people with their original stuff, so why the fuck not? Maybe eventually I can do original stuff on the side. But that's the plan for now. So, fucking bird-ass pearl looking at. I think I am going to change the angles. I kind of really wanted a more dynamic angle here for her, and I kind of drew her flat on, but I'm going to use this pose as a reference. Place where no developer has to feel sody, yeah. Though, actually, the Asian perception of American taste is pretty funny, because I remember there was apparently, like, an interview with, like, the Pal World people, and the director was like, oh yeah, we put guns in the game because Americans like guns. It's like, well, okay, you're not wrong. Gem Mengele sounds like something Lily would say, yeah. But I mean, in my case, it's actually accurate, because, the backstory I have for Olivine is, let me bring her back up. The backstory I have for Olivine is basically Era 3, she decided, well, Era 3 means we can do whatever the fuck we want now, right? So she takes over a moon base, an old moon base on a far-flung colony somewhere, and turns it into, like, her super evil scientist lab. And she definitely will experiment on other gems. That's the whole thing she does. She wants to experiment on other gems to find out how gems tick. But of course, she has this gauntlet. Let me bring up her full character sheet, actually. She's of course a hypocrite, because why wouldn't she be? She has a gauntlet that protects her own gem, and if she happens to be poofed, it'll take her gem somewhere safe. So she ain't letting anybody get their hands on her gem, but she will definitely experiment on other gems. And I can imagine she'd be very interested in Jasper and Spinel, because Spinel, as I argue, is the only Spinel. There's only one. And Jasper, of course, is a perfect cut who's been both shattered and corrupted, so there's a lot of data you could learn from her. So she's very callous and very, very Nazi doctor, yes. I mean, there's no hiding it. That's what I'm doing here. She's just a horrible scientist who will experiment on other people. So, yeah. Gem and experimentation. I'm sorry, you can't throw tomatoes at Olivine, she won't let you. Well, she didn't get impaled by the Sword of Dios, Jaden. The Sword of Dios comes out of Anthe. Basically, she is the keeper of the Sword of Dios, which represents the ideal of the prince, basically. So, you know, it comes from her. And nowhere else, because the ideal of the prince can't exist in the real world. That's the whole point. So... I mean, I was gonna say, I didn't think Lily made a Mengele reference, yet she did. She compared fucking Pink Diamond to Mengele, and Spinel to, like, a child who had been experimented on. It's like, how the fuck did you even come up with that fucking comparison? Except Lily just wants to make Nazi jokes to be edgy, but is pretending it's like a progressive thing. I don't know. What the fuck ever. Oh yeah, didn't somebody say Lily had a community post? I'm being very nosy right now. I'm a nosy chimosa, as my friend Celeste would say. She's teaching me all sorts of useful Spanish words. Let me see here. Oh yeah, so... where is my fucking... I'll be at work on Saturday, but I could definitely listen in, for sure. Atlantic... What the fuck is Atlantic time? God fucking... 8 to 12 hours! Even I wouldn't stream for 12 hours. Now they're doing a director's commentary of the awful Pokemon retrospect. Yeah, so we're getting the Lily Chisme. We don't say spill the tea around here. We say the Lily Chisme, because it'll confuse Lily. She doesn't know other languages exist and she hates them. Because Jaden, the millions of swords represent humanity's hatred. So, it's I'm trying to think. It's basically about how Anthe is perceived as a witch by society because she doesn't fall into the princess role as much as she wants to. Yeah. Again, this is all stuff I'm probably gonna explain as we watch Utena. It's so fucking dense. I can't. Like, it's so hard to, like, explain things. And again, everything kind of exists in the abstract on Utena. There's nothing fucking literal happening. What's 2 p.m. Atlantic time to EST? Let's see here. So Lily is going to start streaming at 3 p.m. on Saturday, my time. I will be at work, but I can definitely listen to it. I'm Alistair. Oops. Because I typed the number. Let's fix that. Go back to my normal face. I still have the Alistair face here on standby, of course. Well, I know, but she's doing it on Twitch, though. She's not even doing it on YouTube. She's doing it on Twitch. I guess I should go subscribe. Well, that's not your art, Lily. None of that is. When did she... Okay, I guess she does stream a lot. I didn't know that, actually. Does she have any, just, like, clips or anything up? No clips. Hi, I'm Lily, a professional complainer on YouTube. I yell about children's cartoons and get paid for it. No, I don't know how I fell into that job. Well, I yell about you and get paid for it, Lily. Oh, thank you for the shuriken. You really, really wanted to hit Lily with that, huh? So, Lily's done hangout streams. Again, how boring are these, I wonder? What are these even like? Okay, you got one person in the chat. Just one person. I guess it's Sotor. Lily isn't even talking. I'm critiquing your streams now, Lily. How does that feel? We're having streamception again. Don't you just love watching somebody run around aimlessly in a video game with no commentary? Isn't that fun, guys? I promise you it won't be like this when I play Mass Effect. I promise you. I will be talking the entire time. I can't shut the fuck up. I mean, I try to keep talking on stream just because, you know, I want to keep people entertained. Lily's problem is she thinks people should just watch her because she's her, not because she actually brings something to them in return. Which is her problem. This looks like Star Wars: The Old Republic online, Achilles. Oh, it definitely is. Yeah, and on the Sith timeline. My friend and I played this again a little while ago, where me and him were just running around as fucking cartoonishly evil Siths. We had a pretty good time. Actually, I will say the fun thing about this... Oh, thank you for the super chat. Or the super sticker. I don't know if that's going to show up on screen, but thank you. The fun thing, the most fun thing about Star Wars: The Old Republic is if you're playing with other people, you can put a setting on that makes it so it rolls dice in the background to decide whose dialogue is gonna fire when you answer questions. So my friend and I have so much fun with this. Me and him will just both be trying to, like, one-up each other and freak each other out. So we will both give our answers in a cutscene, and it'll roll over whose goes. And it can turn into the funniest fucking conversations. There was one time, he was playing a soldier and I was playing a smuggler. And we were talking to an NPC, and he kept being like, "We're gonna nuke the site from orbit. You better give us what we want." He was being, like, really hostile. And then if I got the role, my character would come sliding in like, "Hey, we're all friends here. We can smooth this over with some credits." It was the funniest emergent gameplay I have ever experienced in my life. We were dying, and that is the advantage of playing SWTOR. And it is free to play now, by the way. So anybody can go play it, and if you're, like I said, if you're playing with a group, and if you have it set to, it rolls dice to see whose dialogue fires, it can be the most funny fucking shit you will ever play. Let's see how long it takes Lily to talk. Like, yeah, not talking during cutscenes, sure, but we haven't said a goddamn thing. And again, only one chatter. This is kind of sad, actually. See, this is why I stopped streaming my Dragon Age 2 stream, because like nobody was in chat. I was just yelling into the void. Oh yeah, it's that chick that's tied to a monster body. I'm beginning to remember this plot line now. Lily, when are you gonna jump scare me with your voice? While we listen to the Miracle Musical again. Let's turn that up, actually, because Lily's being boring. This is a very sad stream. When the hell do you talk? Like 3 whole minutes and she hasn't talked. Who's being entertained by this? Just you running around in SWTOR. This is also why I won't play games that I don't think I can make interesting on stream, because it would just be too boring. Not even to, like, explain what she's doing. Oh, there's one other person who, these look like the 2 chat regulars. Like, not even saying, oh, I'm gonna use this move because it's useful for this. Like, not even... I like Labyrinth. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like the rap song in Miracle Musical. Fuck you. When Dan first showed me this album and it got to the rap section, I was like, okay, there was a backwards song and now there's a hip-hop song. Is this album fucking made for me? Still isn't talking. This whole time. 2 people in the chat, no talking. Just boring, grindy gameplay. Like, when I do games like this on stream, too, I will do side quests off stream. I streamed Witcher 3 one time for my buddies. And, yeah, I got, like I said, I got, like, 5-8 people in chat, whatever. But I did all, like, the busy work off screen and did the main quests on stream. And every time I went on stream, I had Geralt in a different goofy hairstyle and outfit. It was very fun. But, yeah. Fitting that Lily's only chatter is a clown. Oh no, this person's talking about Dragon Age Dreadwolf in chat. I hope Lily doesn't get mad. She's not even interacting with chat. It's just 2 people talking to each other while Lily just grinds in SWTOR. Why would you even sit through this? You see how I spoil you, chatters? You see how I spoil you with my streams? I work very hard. Streaming is harder than any real job, as you know, according to Hasan B, who we were shitting on earlier. Oh god, I immediately expected the next Hawaii song to come on. I usually listen to the album in order every single time I listen to it. I don't usually put it on random. That weirded me out for a second. Too much of a tone shift. Fuck off. All the songs are different genres. Just at the beginning and the ending.
Respect for her superiors is the mark.
How could I show you guys something this sinister looking? Lily, are you gonna fucking talk at all? And look, I just skipped ahead like 10 minutes and there's still only like 1 other chatter. And they're all just talking to each other because Lily isn't talking to the chat. And doesn't have the chat on screen. You're a bad streamer, Lily. Would you want to sit through 40 minutes of someone just grinding? I wouldn't.
Chills you can't even imagine.
This is boring as shit. Let's just look at the other one because I'm curious. Oh god, why is it loud? Oh, because there's music. Oh, this is why Lily was posting Road Rash before. Oh, the audio's been muted. Oh, just portions of the video. Oh, over here has been muted because of copyright song. Okay. See, look at this person's in chat saying, hey, how are you? Do you answer them? Let's go back to that timestamp.
Oh, wow, there's 1 person in here. Oh, nope, 9. Never mind. I had to refresh the thing.
Oh, whole 9 people, Lily. Wow. No preamble, just starts playing Road Rash. Doesn't answer questions. Does she even look at the chat when she streams? We're just, I'm just looking through what Lily's live streams are like, because I might watch her I might listen to her live stream on Saturday when I'm at work. I want to see exactly how boring they are. She just doesn't talk. She doesn't interact with chat. You suck at video games. No, it's not a bad thing, but I did want to see how bad she is at video games. Pretty bad. Why Road Rash of all things, though? What is this?
The first one.
Okay, she's actually talking to people now, I guess.
None of you know, because none of the episodes stick out because they're all part of this, like, long-running fucking psycho plot. Like...
Okay, the chat's talking about Omashu and Bossing Sei, so is this Avatar slander again?
The one where Tenzin trains new airbenders and recognizes his daughter's talent. That's 4 different episodes. Probably the Avatar 1 2-parter, maybe not because it's good, but because it's a diversion. See,
bitching about
most
Korra.
people say Beginnings, which is the Avatar 1 2-parter.
Okay, I don't care. You're boring.
Doubtful in her novel.
What is this game?
Avatar-related content I've ever consumed other than the Ochi show. Yeah, like... Man, the Water Tribe avatars is something else.
You can hear a chip bag, really, Lily? Even I stopped eating on stream when I got more people watching me. Okay, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I will probably listen to Lily's stream on Saturday, though. I'm afraid to follow her, because if I follow her, she might see my name and block me. We definitely have to lock... I'm not sure when I'm gonna play Mass Effect. I gotta finish I Wanna Hug That Gator first. And then, of course, hopefully the week of the 13th, I'll be doing the Utena stream. I want to do 3 days in a row of like 6-ish hour streams watching Utena, because why the fuck not? Let's go! I thought you already watched it, Jaden. Go back to my chicken. I do need some chicken tendies. Actually, it's 5:30 now. I should probably wrap up. So hopefully you'll see the stupid shitpost I'm working on in a bit. Hopefully Mizu Fusion gets back to me soon. I hope he does, because I really want... I'm not gonna bother making a alt just to watch Lily on Twitch. Fuck that. I'll just go to her account when she streams on Saturday while I'm at work and just listen on my phone while I take care of dogs. It's fine. But, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I gotta eat. But... Yeah, I reached out to Mizu Fusion to see if he wants to collab with me, because I'm hoping he could take a shot at my, Jasper and Spinel fusion and punch it up a bit. If he doesn't get back to me, well, I'll probably just work on the design again myself and then finally get the comic done. But I'm hoping he does. Because he reached out to me on Instagram a while ago, and then apparently he deleted his Instagram, but he has a Tumblr now, so I reached out to him on there, so we'll see. I almost killed the gator. I have to finish it up. Now we're gonna do ending 2 tomorrow. We're gonna do ending 2 of, I Wanna Hug That Gator tomorrow. And then next week we'll do ending 3 and the epilogue. And hopefully I'll be done with Wani. Not entirely done. I'll probably still be cutting shorts and doing stupid little animations out of my stupid ad-libbing. But Utena, I'm planning right now. I'm planning 13th, 14th, 15th of this month for Utena streams. I wanted to do it next week, but I got called into cover for work, so and I'm a little obsessed with doing 3 streams in a row right now. I don't know why. I just think it would be fun. And then after we watch Utena, I'll be able to tackle Lily's anime ranking video, which is probably going to kill me. And hopefully I will have some more edited videos out before then. I still have to finish the 2 has-been cuts. The first one is still giving me a lot of trouble just because the audio is so bad, so I'm procrastinating. I want to do a cut of my birthday stream where I showed you my Twitter fight, and then one of the idiots in the Twitter fight showed up in the chat, because that was very funny. I'm getting much faster at using Vegas, though. Animating Wani sprites for a short shit post is, actually, I'll show you guys something I was working on earlier for that. So, during the last Gator stream, because it was ending 1, it was the worst ending. Inko took Olivia on a date to the mall to see his favorite YouTuber, and everybody in the chat kept calling out the different YouTubers he was going to see. So I'm going to make like a little montage of all of those. But at one point, I think I said Doug Walker. I think was my my addition, and I said, wouldn't it be funny if I took Inko's sprite and just made him cosplaying Nostalgia Critic? So I did that. I did that literally just before the stream. For a 5-second joke in a short I'm editing. Because I'm just that extra. And I thought it would be funny. So anyway, look forward to that short maybe tomorrow if I finish it tonight. Like I said, I've been learning to animate the sprites to make my Wani jokes in Vegas, so it's been pretty fun. Yeah, but trust me, yawning Axolot, I will definitely be posting community posts and stuff on my social media, like hyping up the Utena streams before they happen. So I'll be like, oh, you know, in 3 days we're gonna do this, you know, or today is this one, tomorrow is this one. So I'll be having like lots of little updates and reminders. So if you want to follow me on you can go to my YouTube, I'm Psy Scribbles, Tumblr, I'm Psy Scribbles, Twitter, did I say Twitter already? No, I said Tumblr. Twitter, I'm also Psy Scribbles. So, I'm MP Psy on Twitch, because it's an old account, but, predates my Tumblr account. But yes, so if you wanna just keep up, I'll definitely be posting little graphics and stuff to remind you guys. But yeah, right now I'm aiming for the week of the 13th to do the 3 Utena streams right in a row. I'll probably be starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just because they are going to be long, so I'll be doing like a day-long stream for 3 days, basically. I'm aiming for 6 hours, but I know we're probably going to go a little over. But I'm going to try to keep... It's going to be a little less chat interaction than usual, because I want to be, like I said, I want to be able to watch the episodes without pausing and maybe make some comments here and there, but not talk over them too much. And then we'll have like a 5-minute discussion time or something, and then we'll go on to the next episode. So that's the plan. But even if you can't make it to the whole Utena streams, I'm going to keep the VODs up, of course. So you can always go watch the VODs, yeah. I'm sorry, Yawning Axolot. I polled my YouTube channel. I said, do you want to see long streams or short streams? And they all said long streams. That's what we're doing. All in. Anyway, so if you want to come by tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST, I will be playing Ending 2 of I Wanna Hug That Gator. If you want to figure out what the fuck that is, go to my YouTube channel and look up the playlist. It's on my main page. Anyway, thank you all for coming, and thank you for the super chats. Those are the guys who sent them, and I will see you tomorrow, probably, hopefully.